nightly ritual?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to Ezekiel if he doesn't just crash asleep immediately after we take our room.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
So after we put our gear down and shrug the cold off, I'll just sit on the bed across from him and say, "Hey, you doing all right with all this?"
Oh,
I've had better days, but it's all right considering. And Ezekiel will just stare at Bellamy like an intense stare and cast Divine Sense.
Argabus.
Oh wow! Straight up. Okay. you just unlocked this ability, haven't you? Technically.
No, you get to the first level, I think.
Oh, do you? Okay, in that case,
I think they
then.
have it first level.
Well, guess that secret's out.
Well,
there's
you tell him.
Bellamy. Okay, I'll tell him. All right.
Because it's your interpretation of the thing. No matter what the rules say, it's how you view this working. So I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. And yes, I am aware the stream's still blank at the moment. Just working on reloading that. But yeah. So your divine sense. How does that work for you exactly? Do you sense it like mentally? Do you have it like as a feeling, like a tingling, as goosebumps, or is it more of like a even maybe taste or smell might be involved?
Yeah, let's say that when he decides to focus his senses in this way, he feels like this sort of prickling sensation, like getting goosebumps.
Okay. In that case, immediately your hairs stand on end.
Mhm.
There is certainly something unnatural about Bellamy's presence, but I imagine that you've cast this before in the presence of certain creatures, and in those instances, you also kind of get this confirmation of this creature is completely gone, completely lost. But for you, there's this sort of uneasy, lukewarm sensation that feels as though there is actually still a semblance of perhaps humanity or natural being to him. It's not like it's completely gone one way or the other. It's like a lukewarm sensation.
Mm-hmm. I will, as he's holding this intense stare at Bellamy, he will say, "Is there anything you'd like to tell me, recruit?"
I mean, we've been traveling together for a while. You can just ask me what you want to know, because there's tons of things I want to tell you, but I guess you want to get some rest. We were out in the storm.
You smell of death. Unnatural. Should I be concerned? And he kind of squeezes the handle of the maul a bit.
What do you mean, smell of death? Like a carcass? Like blood?
Like something that died and returned, and it's not yet sure whether it's still alive or not.
Ooh. Well, that don't sound good at all. But I don't know anything about that.
Can I insight to see if he's lying?
Yeah, sure. Sure thing.
And I'll actually, I'll use my inspiration on this.
Okay, go ahead.
Which is roll a 19.
And I'll guide myself as well as a reaction, because now I have that.
Why not?
Do I need to just cast the spell, or can I just roll the d4?
You can just roll a d4, that works.
18.
18, Bellamy. Ezekiel, definitely reading you. What would he pick up on?
Visible confusion, because I literally don't know what's happening. I mean, everything that he's doing on instinct. Obviously, there are things that he hasn't told anyone, but about this, in terms of him not knowing what's going on with him, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know, you may as well tell me. I trust you enough to tell me the truth.
I'm not an expert on these things. More along the lines of perhaps destroying things, smell of death. But you seem to maintain your mind, so any dark urges, any blanks in memory, anything of the sort.
Well, what happened was after that whole bridge with the tiny kobolds thing, I kind of snuck off and drank a goat.
You.
It,
What?
I got this, like this instinct that if I could just drink its blood, I'd feel better, and I did. I came back looking all better.
In pristine.
Like I rolled a 4 on the human.
Yeah.
Any instinct that might be telling you to drink one of us, or faith, or.
Well, if I'm really hurt, it'll push me to try and do it, but it would never, like, it didn't tell me go and bite the neck of the closest thing to you. I still thought about it, and I try to be sneaky all about it because I thought people might misunderstand.
Right. Very well. We're in a complicated situation where we cannot afford to mistrust allies. So I just needed to make sure. But if you ever find yourself drinking something that's, well, let's say not sentient or friendly, or unfriendly, we're gonna have a talk.
Well, sure, I was gonna ask the guy with the inn if he could maybe spare some live chickens, but I think I'll hold off for a while as that might make people uncomfortable.
True. Well, maybe the priest knows something about your condition, or the wizard. Up to you if you decide to trust them.
The priest, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Talk to Roki. Roki's good people. But, and I'll lower my voice. Shouldn't we try to beeline for Bryn Shan, the town with starts with a B?
Well, we need everybody on board in order to survive the trip, and thus pushing for a certain direction without a particular goal in mind might be suspicious. So for now, let's go with the flow.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And what do you think about these people we're with?
Strange. Seem good intentioned. Not very concerned yet. Perhaps the Dragonborn raises some questions, but I guess not more than you do in their eyes.
Yeah. Well, okay, then let's see what tomorrow takes us, I guess. But I swear I wouldn't ever hurt anyone, and well, even if I did, I'm guessing between all of you, it would end right quick. So I'll just put that out of my head for now and take it one step at a time.
Right. Well, we'll continue this conversation maybe once we reach Brynholm. What was the name of it? Bryn Shander?
the Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander.
I forgot it on purpose.
Yeah. For now, forget it on purpose.
But whatever it is I can do, like the stuff with the healing people, that's good. Like it doesn't take anything from them. It makes them feel better, and so it can't be that evil, I guess.
Maybe. All these gifts come at a price, I guess. So just tread lightly. Not everybody might react as neutrally as we have. And
Okay,
don't
yeah.
invite questions that you can't answer to.
Right. If people start asking questions, run away. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. And as he focuses on gifts coming with a price, he'll turn his back to you, and he knows exactly what the price was, but he's still too afraid to discuss it yet. So he'll just pull his blanket over his head and go to sleep.
Alright. Ezekiel will kind of take off the armor and clasp the leg, get some of his cream and roll it on the stump, like just
Yeah.
below his knee,
Gotcha.
and go to sleep. I guess eventually, he'll probably try to wake up earliest if possible, and get everything ready and keep the first watch in the morning or something. I don't know what. But basically, military style, wake up before dawn, get everything ready, tidy up the bed, eat something, and then keep watch.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Anyone else doing anything before I go over to the next day?
No, when I go to my room, I progressively look more like a zombie as I get there, and just walk in and pretty much fall on my bed, looking like someone who hasn't slept in days. That way I avoid any conversation.
That's a very fitting description, I think. Yeah, you have been traveling through the freezing cold to the final. Feels like it's been forever since you finally laid in a soft bed.
It's like the moment where you feel like you can stop being awake and alive. You just it just drops.
Definitely felt like that after a couple of festivals. But yeah, so collapsed into a heap. Faith seems a little uneasy and nervous about the day to come, especially the actual rumors of an actual sighting of Auril, but she tries her best to close her eyes and get some rest. And Stef, what about you? How does the Dragonborn find rest?
I sleep in the doghouse.
You're gonna go? You can if you'd like. There are plenty of abandoned kennels.
Sure, I just sleep somewhere under. I'm not picky.
Okay.
This might sound dumb, but would the kobold consider Stef part god?
Good question. There's definitely some reverence to Dragonborn, but the real dragons, the actual dragons, those are like the true gods. If anything, Dragonborn are like usurpers. They might be even seen as false gods.
Oh, yeah.
So, in the morning, Bellamy, you mentioned that your blanket is over you pulled it up over your head. And Ezekial, as you're waking up early in the morning, you look over to Bellamy to see if there's any change. And the cloth of the blanket has fallen and draped over his face, fully. And you don't see the cloth rising or falling.
I'll divine sense again.
Same sort of lukewarm feeling, tingling and prickling on your skin, but nothing that shoots up your spine as if it's a direct threat immediately, but sort of just this cautious sense.
I'll add to it this aspect of the smell, because I kind of like playing with that. So let's see, he also smells the type of creature almost.
Okay, then in that case, it's like something has recently died, but not decayed to the point where the smell is unbearable. It's just that kind of faint. Is that gone off milk, or is that an actual dead rat in the wall? You're not quite sure just yet. It's not it's not completely putrid, but it's just that sickly sort of smell.
I'm starting to take this personally. Fine, I'll take a bath next time.
You can't mask that. Not
Yeah.
from Ezekiel. But yeah, you definitely don't see any kind of breathing going on from the cloth. It almost looks like he's completely still and dead. Almost, in fact, looks like a body at a morgue when someone's draped over the cover over a body. That's the kind of image you get.
All right, I'll make a mental note of all these things and keep to myself for now.
Okay. Everyone else, you can all meet back up in the Mead Hall. And Speaker Kendrick seems to be quite busy at this point in the morning. Seems like he has many errands to attend to. Including, there are a couple of other figures in the actual Mead Hall itself as well. They seem to be discussing and talking amongst themselves. You see a red-bearded dwarf, and there is a human Choltian woman. This must be the one Speaker Kendrick was describing. And yeah, these two seem to be having a back-and-forth conversation. Also, there's a tabaxi here as well. And he keeps on going in and out of doors from the back. And let me see if I can get an image of him. Yeah, here he is. And he keeps like almost running into people as he seems to be like rushing around, like he's excited. He's the only one who's got like a spring in his step. And he kind of jumps around from door to door in this kind of large Mead Hall. In fact, I'll take it to the actual hall itself.
I offer him a bowl of goat's milk.
Ah, well, thank you for the offer. But I can't sit still. I've got many things to do. Glint has many ideas, many new prospects about the town.
Tell me more.
Well, whilst most bees need flowers and pollen to create honey, I've been discovering a new, rarer breed.
If it's the four-legged, slightly woolly type, I've got some news for you. You know, would have turned up in town about a day ago. No. Okay, good. No, you go first. You go first.
I have a little time. I must act now, so you'll have to excuse Glint. He looks around. I need this, and he picks up a dustpan and brush, and quickly rushes off.
I instruct Snorp to follow him. So I've got Snorp, I've got a very special task for you. Very, very special task. Come here, listen.
Yes.
Shh, quiet, listen. Okay, you see that?
Okay, quiet.
You see that tabaxi?
Don't see them.
Yeah. I just wanna just follow him from a distance. You're very sneaky, aren't you? You're a very stealthy boy.
Yes.
Wonderful. Just go 5 minutes, see what he's up to, pop back and do us a favor and let all of us know. But subtly, not in front of the others. Is that good?
Don't be silent like stone.
Yeah, silent like a stone. Yeah, go.
Snob waddles a few steps forward, and I'm going to give him a stealth check real quick. Kobolds are pretty good at stealth.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Except he bumps into a chair.
Not this one. Fucking Snorp. Okay.
What? Wooden trap! Goodness! Oh, no, that's just chair. And you see the tabaxi turn around. It gives him a bit of a concerned frown, and then slams the door behind him. And Snorp's like, wait, and rushes up after him. But you can hear the door is actually locked from this side as well. And Snorp's like rattling the door handle, like, no, Snorp must not fail mission. No, Snorp, find another way.
It's
I'll
okay.
go and open the door for him.
Yeah. Can you actually? Sorry, who was that speaking?
The Bellamy.
Bellamy, can you actually go? I mean, he's still learning. Can you help Snorp with this? And Roki, have you got any thoughts? I know you're very spiritually inclined and you get the sparks and all this kind of stuff. Have you any thoughts as to where next? Because I was really thinking East Haven. It's a lovely temple there. there's something I want to see if it's still there. But I mean, I'm open to. What are your thoughts?
Well, it sounds like a good idea of a direction to go, but weren't we going to help that man out with the we were talking to last night?
With Kendrick and his the lost kids thing. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
Focus on that first.
That is also northeast, so it's on the way.
Hold on. Manny, were you drinking any coffee or any refreshment this morning?
Just goat milk for me.
Okay, I'll take the carafe of goat milk or whatever you want to call it, and I'll check if there's like a ton of sugar in it or something.
No. Seriously, listen. I've been traveling a long time, and since getting here, I know I'm feeling more myself. It's tiring though. You're right. But I think there's something for us in East Haven. I just can't put my finger on what it is.
Well, we'll go to East Haven, but this new self that you seem to have found, either from the milk or the trip or both, is that new self gonna be actually doing any fighting or just waiting around and seeing what happens like last time?
I mean, yeah, listen, if I consider you, I'm sure, to be excellent traveling friends. Though I must insist, I will be going to East Haven. If we would like to stay and investigate this issue here, I would love to help these people. But before the night falls, it is my intention to move onwards. Snort! Oh, bollocks!
Yeah, you see him run out the door from the front. He scampers into the snow.
So I'll be back.
Okay. You catch up onto him. He's actually only circling the building. He's not doing a runner after all. And,
okay, we'll just leave this to be. Let these guys role play. We'll leave this to be just a thing that we're doing.
Right. Kendrick does take a note of you guys as you're walking around, and good morning. You ready to set out? I can point you in the direction. It's only about 10 minutes outside of town.
You say 10 minutes. I feel like it's going to take longer than that with all the snow.
Hold on. So, do we need special snowshoes where we're going?
Not where we're going. It's fairly well trodden, packed snow around the town. Outside of that, it does get heavier and deeper snow, but you just have to avoid the snow drifts. Should be able to find the small farm. It's past a few empty houses. There's a little dale. It's sheltered as well, so...
We need the monk and his goats on the strip. It will provide sustenance. If East Haven is his destination and the farm is on the way, then let's proceed that way. Then perhaps we can go for Bryn Shander to equip ourselves properly.
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
I'm in.
And as we exit, is the sun here? Because I thought the storm would be permanent or something. Like, is there actual sunlight, or is it just cloudy?
No, dim light on the horizon. It's just this faint pane of light. It doesn't seem to really penetrate the kind of mist or mountainside. It's almost as if the sun is just hidden from view. So there's this kind of faint glow, but it never truly rises.
Because I wanted to point out to Mr. Divine Sense over here that I'm walking in sunlight, but now
no chance.
As we step outside, Ezekiel just takes, the head of his hammer, kind of slaps it a couple of times until it begins glowing, and I'll cast light on it.
Okay. Good little light. Okay, if it's light you want, I actually have a thing I can stick on your character.
As the light pops up on the mallet, Bellamy will tell Ezekiel, you should keep the light behind you because it ruins your night vision. Like, if it's in front of you, you're basically just blinding yourself, so be careful.
It is pretty bright. It's probably because your eyes have been adjusted to this dim light all this time. And when you cast it, it's like boom, beaming and blinding almost. Yeah. Okay. As you're running around the mead hall, there is actually an NPC that you bump into here.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, it's a small little girl with dark skin, and she kind of bumps into the Snorp as Snorp rounds a corner, and Snorp's like, "Hey, watch where you're going, small thing." And yeah, Snorp is probably no taller than they are, but this young girl, she goes shh shh. She kind of brings up her finger to her lips, like shush. And he tries to like gain your attention as well, Manny, and tries to like gesture you over.
Okay.
She says,
Okay.
got-
Snorp, chill out for a second.
she's got this little hiding spot in between these like shelves of kegs, and she says, I'm trying to be quiet because my parents told me not to snoop around here. They also told me not to speak with strangers, but I need your help."
Yeah, don't speak with Snorp. He's very strange. I'm fairly regular. How can I help?
Well, my parents told me how, the birds and the bees, they said that they make babies.
No, that's honey
And-
you're thinking of, but carry on.
Oh,
That's
right,
like
it's
honey.
bees.
Mead, actually, yeah.
Babies make honey?
We're getting our wires crossed. What's the point?
Oh, I searched the whole meat hole, and there are no babies here inside.
Yeah,
Look. She gestures and gives you like a little tour. Going from room to room. See? No babies here. No babies under here. And she uncorks one of the casks. And then like it's this like echo, like, no babies in here.
This is quite the dilemma, isn't it, Snorp?
I'm confused. Is this how human make babies in casks?
We'll discuss it later.
They like wooden eggs.
Yeah, it's a bit more complex than that, but we'll go into it. So young girl, what's your name?
My name is Azul.
No, sorry,
Azul?
your family name.
Oh, Untapor.
Very well. Well, I can assure you that you needn't hide and snoop around. It's probably not the best thing to do. But actually, I thought, what's the most interesting thing you found when snooping around?
Oh, she gets like all excited. And she's like, that glint, the cat, the big cat. He's going around, and I saw him with a dead rat.
With a dead rat?
Yeah, but it wasn't just any rat. It had like bees all over it.
Bees?
Fuck it, you're taking it up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
like, He didn't chuck it out either. He like took it back inside. Like he found it like in the walls of the kitchen, and he's been doing something in there ever since. I don't know. But he's up to something.
Okay, let's go find mum and dad, and I've got some friends also, and my friends probably want to speak to your mum and dad as well. Come on, Snorp. Let's kind of find this little girl's mama, and then we start walking.
Okay. He starts calling out, "Mama,
No,
Mama,"
no,
and then
okay.
immediately bumps into Olivessa, who's looking down the hallway like, Azul, are you? Oh, and spots you and it's like, oh, goodness, hang on, you don't work here. You're not supposed to be wandering around the mead hall without proper authorization.
Yeah,
Who are you? And
I told Snorp that, but he's you know what the short folk can be like. And absolutely. Ultimately, I'm a little bit concerned because I seem to have, well, I had lost my friend here, Snorp, who I have introduced by name twice in this conversation. Yeah, Snorp, yeah.
Is that a? She's like a little bit more perceptive. Like, is that a kobold?
It is sure. We were actually trying to find the restroom, and I couldn't find it. So here I am, wandering around. Your daughter, by the way, is up to no good. Say hi to mummy.
She pokes her head out from behind your robes and says, "I was just giving him a tour, mummy." And then she's like, "Oh, Azrael, I was looking for you." Oh, and then she realizes the situation and looks at you and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, and thank you for like looking after her whilst she ran off." But yes, I should remind you this little section here is off limits. But
Of course,
yeah,
of course.
please.
Before we you know what? I was staying with the town speaker last night. He spoke very, very highly of you.
Kendrick, yes.
Kendrick, yeah. And he mentioned that that you guys had been working on, you know, well, he meant spoke very highly of you, of course. And I was just wondering, the Tabaxi fella that you have working with you.
Oh, Glint.
Glint, how long has he been in town for?
Well, he's been working here in the town hall for some time. It used to be the town hall. We converted it into a mead hall, and now we've got. We used to have many hives. The place used to be buzzing all the time, but now, sadly, we've only got perhaps few hives left.
Please let me, my son support. Let me introduce you to Roki, Stef, Bellamy. Don't worry about he's always that pale. Ezekial, Faith. You met Snorp, of course, and Jimothy's outside. You'll get well acquainted, I'm sure. Guys, Miss Unterpaw was just telling us about her new cat friend or something. Sorry, I'm lost already.
Glint, yes.
Glint.
Yes,
Well,
he
he's been
mentioned
working
something
here.
about honey or something.
Interesting.
I thought he was quite strange because I've never known a cat to turn down milk, and I offered him a bowl of goat's milk, and he seemed to be on something else entirely.
Maybe goat's milk isn't cat's preferred. Maybe they like different kinds of milk.
I mean, the girl did mention about something about seeing her with a rat that had bees on it. Maybe we should investigate that.
Sounds like he's up to no good. This is the dwarf who speaks up. And then Olavissa says, Froth, you always think everyone's up to no good. Told you couldn't trust that Tabaxi. Snooping around. I mean, there's no mead to be even made. So what's he been doing? He's supposed to be working here, but there's no work to be done. Got no bloody bees left. Where are the bees?
I don't believe we have been acquainted, good sir.
Aye, Chanda Froth.
Mr. Froth, good to meet you. Good to meet you indeed.
Not to be confused with Bryn Chanda. Just call me Froth.
Just Froth.
That's
Okay. Absolutely.
Look, whatever business Glint has, I'm sure it can wait. That family is out there and could be freezing cold by now. I'd rather we deal with this later. Or I go deal with it whilst you guys search for the Kelsons. This is Speaker Kendricks saying this.
Is everybody alright with helping them find their friend?
I don't know about you all, but this has been a very confusing morning.
How many people want our help right now?
All of them, it seems.
I'm struggling to pay attention. I'm being real. I had a really weird dream. It was hundreds of years in the future, and I was on this like ship, but not like a boat ship. Like it's for space. I joined these people called Constellate. It was strange. But so who are we helping?
I don't know. I feel like children freezing to death might be the priority.
Speaker Kendrick speaks up and says, back the Kelson farm, looking for 2 kids and their mother. Niall Kelson, he's already dead. We found him, but there was no sign of the other 3.
So we want to find the others before they die, or hopefully they haven't died.
Do you
He
want us to
nods.
bring back their corpses if we find them, or what?
You bring back any report of them, then I'll give you a cask of mead. If you find them and bring them back safely, then I'll give you 2.
I was gonna say.
All right.
Mead? We're saving lives for
Mead.
mead?
In fairness, guys, it is good mead.
We don't have much coin.
It's also there seems to be a meat rarity in this part, so it might sell for a bunch of gold.
Shouldn't you be saving lives because it's the right thing to do? Generally, as a person?
I mean, I was planning on that anyway. I was just confused at the offer.
Kendrick, what's this Catman doing about this new mead that he's seems to be all the rage?
I honestly have no idea, but I will look into it, okay? You guys, you do the important jobs, alright? I'll go chase a cat. And he
Yeah,
does,
seems-
like, stomp off.
Seems like
Sounds
we
like
can
you
do
got a
some
fun job.
and missing family. Maybe we should try and be quicker.
Can we have
wasting...
can we have a just us? Can we just like have a little private chat?
Oh, sure.
Clint, open up!
Make it quick, yeah? I feel like
So-
we should be going helping these people now.
Appreciate that. So I was are we out of earshot of Olivia and the dwarf?
Yeah, let's say we go
yeah, you
outside
can
or
be.
something.
Right.
or-
Yeah.
So
You can
we're
go
heading out.
outside.
We're heading out anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Good job.
So it's just us, the group, and Faith.
And Snoop.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
So I was having a chat with Olivia's daughter, and she's fairly convinced that cat's up to no good. And I mean, yes, the walls of a child, etc. But I think there's a bigger story to be told here. By all means, we must move on and let's investigate the children. But let's just be cautious around this cat man. He may be up
Right.
to no
When
good.
we get back, kill the cat.
Well, okay. Well, yeah.
Subdue and interrogate Bellamy.
There's more than one way to.
Gotcha.
Let's,
There's more than one way to what?
let's just get. Look, come on, let's get out of here.
Alright. As you head out
Walking
then.
and talking.
By the time you're about 10 minutes outside of town, it seems that the morning has been swallowed by cold. And you pass several empty houses. There's nothing but rock, ice, and snowdrifts. The trail climbs for a while, and then opens into a little dale, sheltered from the wind. There below you is a farmhouse. It's in good repair, but standing open and empty. You can see that the front door is actually ajar, perhaps just
I'll,
slightly drifting in the wind.
I'll take a walk around the whole house because it's not really a farm, it's just one house, I guess. And I want to see, I'll be careful not to step on any tracks I see because I want to see if there are any recent tracks leading in or out.
Yes, roll a survival check.
Okay. What was advantage? Alt or shift? We'll see.
Should be shift for me, but works that way.
Oh, you just
Can I
click
ask-
on it and you pick advantage.
You're in, you've got advantage because you're now in Tundra, right?
Well, yeah, it's basically mountain and Arctic. So
Arctic, got it, that's the one.
Yeah.
Arctic, you immediately notice that there are paws in the snow. Big tracks, clawed, probably multiple. Large enough to be a wolf, perhaps a pack of wolves. And you can see that they seem to circle the house. They haven't actually approached in. So as you're like following them yourself, you can see they've prowled on the outskirts of it, knowing that possibly someone's living space, but they're clearly curious.
And I'm guessing eventually they lead the way the house into the forest, right?
They do, yes. They perhaps lead from the forest, but they haven't gone yet up to the house. But these are fresh tracks. So you know they're very close by. Ezekiel, what do you want to add?
As he's doing that, I'll try to get somewhere like facing the door to try to peer in, and I'll divine sense as well.
The door. Laying in front of the house is a mound. You get closer. The heavy snow has almost completely buried this body. But if you perhaps left earlier, it may have only been a light dusting, but you can see now the only thing really protruding from is a hand. It's like reaching up and out. And you can't see the face from your angle, but it's like reaching towards the door, perhaps.
Alright, anything that my divine senses picking up?
Is your divine sense sensing anything? No, there isn't any cold tingling or spikes down your spine, or any scent. Any scent you can smell is perhaps the body next to you that, bizarrely, you'd imagine that the freezing cold would have preserved the body and maybe prevented it from decaying, but there is an absolute foul stench from it. Like it has been sat here rotting for like decades, maybe more. It's like almost like a body that's been like unearthed from like a tomb.
I'll go back to the group and say, no devils or undead or fae, but there is something odd about the body.
Well, that narrows it down.
It's decaying faster despite the weather. Was it warm in that room?
In the front room, no, you can feel a breeze coming in and out of the open door.
So no heat, but the body is still decaying.
So, around the house and especially near the exits, there are no humanoid tracks leading anywhere, like perhaps of a small girl and a woman?
No, there's most of the tracks, unfortunately, would be covered by now, but you can only really detect fresh tracks.
Yes.
Can I like roll to see if I know of any creature that would like drain the life out of someone in such a way that they would like decay hundreds of hours long? You said they would decay for. What do I roll?
That's right. Yes, you can get down closer to the body and inspect it. You can either give me an Arcana check, or even a religion. I would say that could work.
No. See what I can think of. Oh shit.
Roki with a nat 20. Okay. You look over the body, and now as you do have to like get rid of some of the snow to unearth the skin and the muscle, and you can see that the body seems to be almost gaunt, like drained of life. This creature is the same similar. You immediately get basically flashbacks of the moment you cast inflict wounds on that poor bandit. You saw his very like life essence just shrivel away. It seems like that has happened to this creature, this poor man. And yeah, his eyes are all sunken into its sockets. The skin is like blackened and decayed and pulled taut against the muscles and bone. Yeah, this was some sort of powerful necrotic attack that You look over the body as well, and you check for like obvious signs of wounds or anything like that, but there are none. There are none like where he was stabbed or anything. In fact, it almost just feels as if he was just in the presence of something so powerful that they simply stood no chance. It's like almost, perhaps even a divine. You were already told the Oral came here, and to see this body lying before you in such a obviously annihilated way, it sends a shiver down your spine, knowing that maybe even a glance from this god could kill a man.
Wow. So I look shocked as I'm
So
investigating this.
natural causes then?
I think I will just look shocked. I don't think I quite know what to say at first. I don't know if anyone's near me or if I have to
Can
come
I
back.
offer you a glass of warm goat's milk in this trying time, Roki?
No.
I wouldn't drink any milk from Manny for a few days.
So eventually I'll come out, but I'll say I think this was something very powerful and dangerous.
It
Godlike.
was Oro, wasn't it? Faith says. She did this, didn't she?
I don't know. It would have to been as powerful as her, yes. But she's not the only one with that power, so we can take that guess. But maybe this means we're going to find clues if it is her.
I mean, the townspeaker told us that a manifestation of aura was seen here.
That sounds very dangerous.
Mm.
I mean, people just saying it and then seeing the evidence for yourself is very different.
Bellamy.
So I want to look around. Are there multiple rooms to this place, or is it just one main room?
You can go inside if you'd like. Yeah, the ice crunches as you open up the door the rest of the way open. Snowdrifts have spilled inside. But you can still smell this lingering sense of a family home, wood smoke, good food, and now very faint, several days old food. There's a wood bin standing next to a cold fireplace with various cooking equipment hanging above it. There's a large table that dominates the room, surrounded by 4 chairs. The stuffed head of a many-antlered moose presides over all. There is a door to your right and a door on the far wall from where you've entered.
So from this main room where the body is, are there any drag marks or blood trails leading in any direction?
No, there isn't blood, but it doesn't look like something has forced an entry or anything like that. It's just almost as if something just abandoned this place here.
I'm specifically looking for traces of the missing family, like maybe someone dragged them off and they got some dirt or anything on them, but if there's nothing like that, are there any noises other than stuff that we hear from outside, the wind and creaking? Anything that would suggest that something is still here, maybe in the basement, maybe in the other rooms?
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check as you look over the house.
Can I help him? Oh wait, I'm not proficient.
I was hoping to just look around rather than investigate. So just
you can see what you can see.
Okay.
As far as perception goes, right? You won't see anything more just by rolling it. But to sort of pick up on subtle clues, I guess you could roll perception. I'll allow it. Go ahead. You just roll perception.
Because again, I'm not trying to investigate. I'm just trying to look for things.
Yeah, that's fine. 11. Well, could add guidance to that. That would, if someone's nearby.
Sure. I'll guide him.
Okay.
That will actually make it a success because they only needed 12. So as you explore the house, you find little of interest at first. a few child's toys, not many, cookware, cleaning supplies, clothes, all the things needed by a family of modest means. But then you do hear something, and it's a slight whimpering sound, just muffled, perhaps behind a door or wall, but it's there. And as you turn your head trying to locate the sound, you hear it again, just a slight whimper.
Well, we've been talking in this room, so I'll just tell the others, but maybe in a more harsh voice. There's someone still here, but it sounds like someone in trouble. Might be one of the family. Don't know exactly where it's coming from. Behind the walls, I guess.
Which wall?
I'll try and point in the... if I can get a vague sense of direction. If not, we'll just have to search the house, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably from one of the doors. Either the far one or the one to the right.
I'll stand by the door ready to open it while everyone gets into position, because we don't know what we're expecting, and I'll wait for them to
I'll
give me...
grab my weapons.
Yeah, I'll just, after everybody does whatever they're doing, I'll pull out the maul and I'll just go in. And if the door is locked, I'll just smash it.
Ultimate lock.
Okay. In that case, then, you get closer and you kick open the door. It's abandoned, just a simple closet for storage. Small clothes. There's there's really not much here.
Any trapdoor inside of there?
Doesn't appear to be, but you can give me a perception check just to make sure that you're being thorough.
And I'll go.
That's a success already. It's as you kick the door open, you perhaps hear like a little, like a gasp, like someone's frightened of the sound that just suddenly burst in, and you can actually hear it's instead coming from behind you, near the fireplace, the wood bin.
I'll go towards it, and I'll try to kick the wood bin to the side.
Okay, you kick it. It's pretty solid, but if you're kicking it hardily, then you will hear a scream that assaults your ears as two children huddled inside the empty wood bin seem to fall over from the kick. They kind of spill out onto the floor, holding each other. They look up at you, a slightly older boy and a younger sister, and you can see that they are shivering violently from the cold.
Z, stop kicking civilians.
Hey, we don't mean harm. We're here to help.
I offer them the outer, heavier robe of my robes.
They kind of like shiver and seem to be almost frozen in place. They don't like reach up to you, but you can absolutely go and swaddle them if you'd like instead.
Yeah, I'll go swaddle them, and I've got some kind of lukewarm goat's milk that I'll give them because they're probably hungry as well.
You sure should be giving that thing to children?
It's fine. It's a genuine just. Are you two? What are your names?
I will just for effect, I will cast Bliss on them and on Manny as he's doing that.
Smile.
Okay.
I smile softly. And say, what are your names, children?
Their teeth are like chattering. Nara, this is Tilly. And they look terrified. Can you give me a persuasion check, Manny, as you're trying to calm them?
I can. Not my best. Not my best trait, but
I'll guide you as well.
I'll give you. It's a low DC, considering that you actually come over and that's actually already a success. You're good. The warm cloak seems to be a very good sign that you're not a threat and you're not trying to hurt them. And we've been out here on our own a couple of days. We're almost out of food.
It's okay. You're not alone now. We have food and shelter.
We hid when we heard the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there.
Is there anyone else here?
as you ask that question, you do hear a distant howl that is perhaps attracted by the sound of that scream that the children let out. And you can perhaps hear the crunching of snow just outside the doors.
How many entrances are there to the room we're in?
Just the one.
Can I like position myself near the entrance then?
Can we maybe
yes.
Reaction to the noise.
make some kind of perception or survival check to like ready us for the impending attack to give us advantage?
You want advantage for the whole encounter or what?
You knew that. Yeah, you knew they were coming already. Thanks to Bellamy's rolls earlier, you tracked the fact that there are multiple wolves out here.
Anyone
Yeah,
fashion
but what I'm more mean, okay, and I don't know how to express it in RPG terms is like we obviously like hear them also not know that they're coming. Can we like set a trap for them or something for the wolves?
Okay, yeah. What did you have in mind?
Well, kind of like maybe a corridor, so they have to like run through the door and maybe have to fight like one by one.
Like a bottleneck kind of
A
thing.
bottleneck, maybe, so that they are at a severe disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Because we know that they're coming, right? You know what I mean? Like maybe we take some.
We could barricade the door to give us some time to prepare.
All right.
Yeah, just something like so that the room we're in gives us like an active advantage. You know.
Yeah, if you want to try and barricade the door, you could move some maybe heavy furniture like shelves or a large chair into the way. You can give me a strength check.
I'll help with that.
I'll do the strength check.
Yeah, you can give me athletics then, Ezekiel. And if
advantage because he's got the help action.
If he gets a okay. So there you go, 14. 14 is basically now set the DC for how much
nice.
like furniture you put in there. So if these wolves do attempt to break in through that door, they've got to be a DC 14 strength. Okay, you bring out the heavy shelves. The door is barricaded, and you can hear them kind of scuffling outside. Perhaps a couple of claws at the door just to test it. But the door is remaining firmly shut for now. They haven't just barreled into it just yet.
Okay.
They seem to be smart, waiting for a moment.
So how old do the children look?
The children, they are fairly young. In fact, actually, I have an image of them, but might only be
basically,
about
are they
so
young that it would be it'd be kind of like inappropriate to give them like a piece of wood? All right, cool.
Yeah, it would.
All right.
Well, they could probably hold it, but
I'll stand. Can I stand in the corner with them, like both behind me, with like Snorp, just so that if a wolf went for them, like it would definitely be me or Snorp. Yeah, exactly.
First absolutely. Child is I should give them a weapon.
Well, it could be like a 12-year-old, right? But if it's a 6-year-old, then obviously not.
Give them steel, lads.
Give them steel. Give the kid a gun. No.
Can I already kind of like ready a spell before combat has started?
These poor little kids. You can't ready a spell as such unless you're casting a spell that's like got duration involved. But
I don't know,
now the wolves don't seem to be attacking. They are just prowling outside, and you can see the children huddled. You can maybe even look out the windows just to sort of see the dark fur amongst the white snow out there.
I hate to burst your bubble, but if we want those kids to live, we're gonna have to get out of here. And blocking the door is fine. We're gonna have to deal with the wolves one way or another. And I know one way, but I want to see.
Children, where is your mother?
They look at each other and they look back. Well, Papa told us to run, so we ran.
You did great, Stef. This is hardly the time for that. Okay. Jeez.
It wanted Mama.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's fine. It's all gonna be okay. Snorp, have you ever heard of a diversion?
A version?
Yeah. I got a great thing for you. You get to be what's called a diversion.
Wait. Which version is this? The one where we die?
No. It's the one where we don't. Well, we's an abstract concept that can sometimes
you
refer to a
mean-
collective and in the exclusive sense and in an inclusive sense. In this
Tell me
sense,
something's wrong with that milk.
I don't like a plan with the word die in it. Maybe if it was a live version, that would be
Is your
better.
mother here so she can come with us? Or is she somewhere else?
The boy shakes his head. They again sort of. I'll tell you what. Give me a persuasion check because you're quite right in that they are a little bit still shaken up and they're so terrified of the wolves outside that they need to be focused in. And as you try to draw their attention to you, you can hear this kind of snarl and claw at the wall, and it scares the living shit out of them, so much so that they scream and they pull away from the wall where that claw came down.
can I use the help action to give him advantage on that roll?
Yeah, what do you say to try and ease them and gain their focus?
I basically just swaddle them up warm and tell them that it's okay, and also tell Stef to shut the fuck up about asking about their dead family.
It's
What?
not Stef, dude. It's Ezekial.
So yeah.
And we don't know the mother if the mother is
Ezekial.
dead. There's no corpse. We don't know anything about her.
Yeah, don't
She's
you just
alive.
don't maybe don't use the word corpse in front of the kids?
I didn't say corpse.
Okay, right.
Something is in that milk.
I'm telling you.
Pretty sure
Something
it
wrong
is.
with that man.
Okay, Manny makes a persuasion check,
Okay,
and then
so he needs.
if that succeeds, I'll give you advantage, Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm. Do I use the same guidance, right?
Yes, you can, because this would be the same roll. So if you roll a persuasion check,
Okay.
that's a success. So now you can roll. You could roll advantage. Actually, did you roll a
I
12 a
just
second ago?
Yeah, yeah.
I did
that's
accidentally delete that. Well, there you go, 12 again. But this is even better. So, okay, they seem
20
to
in total.
breathe easy, and the raised voices in the cabin perhaps even just ward off the wolves a little bit. But Ezekiel, you gain their focus. They look you in the eyes, and they holding each other. They say, "Papa told us to run, so we ran." And then Narrow says, "I saw what happened. I saw it all. We were just about to sit down for supper when it came. I don't know what it was. It had the face of a devil. Owl, like an owl, but horns. It didn't walk normal. It just sort of slid." And then you see the other one. It wanted Mama. She froze it. She saw it. She saw it. Sorry, Steph. Could you mute your mic a second?
Oh,
I can
sorry.
hear the background noise.
Am I
That's fine.
echoing? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's like echoing in my head. Sorry. Okay. She says, yeah, when she saw it, she froze. Like she was stuck. It was coming up to her, and that's when Papa shouted us to run. But I didn't run. I know I should have, but I didn't. I wanted to help, but I was afraid. The other one says, Papa hit it with a shovel so hard he almost fell down. But then it didn't seem to care. It just looked at him, and then he fell over. And the boy shakes his head, his lips quivering. I called out to Mama, but she couldn't hear me. She just stared at it. And it did something. It wrapped Mama in something. It didn't take but a minute, and when it was done, it was like she was inside ice. It was so clear. You could see her in there. Her eyes were still open, like she was about to say something. She's alive. I know she is. But it disappeared when it took Mama. It disappeared with it. I don't know where they went. They were just gone. And they seem to trail off into sobbing tears.
It's okay. You did good.
All right. Then let's kill some wolves.
Yeah, I'm holding my axe. So, wait, are we starting this, or are we waiting for them to come in?
I'll remove the barricade and throw a firebolt in the distance just to see if I can get their attention.
Sure. Okay. In that case, you open the door quickly, although you barricaded it, didn't you?
Yeah,
so
well,
you're gonna have to move that.
We still need to get out of the house, right? So we'll remove the barricade and...
You got it. All
Is
right.
there no window we can throw something out of?
There is a window, yeah. You could also smash that open or open it
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah, throw something
There's
out the
growling
window.
outside of it, though. I will say there is growling coming from the
That's
window.
fine. Make them come in the window. I vote to throw something out the window instead of moving the barricade.
Well, if we're throwing stuff out the window, why just open the windows and shoot them, those of us that can?
Can we see them from the window?
You can see these kind of hunched black hides moving through the forest or through the farmland. Yeah, there's movement in the frozen crops as well.
Okay, crossbows at the ready.
Oh,
I'm sure if we
neat.
attack them, they come for us and they have to come through a window. We got this.
Also, guys, I can't remember whether this is wolves or bears, but if you go out and like make stuff sound really big and loud, that they're unaware.
No.
Maybe that's
Alright.
bears.
Okay, so I'll hunter's mark one of the wolves and fire a crossbow bolt at it. So the plan currently is we'll use the advantage that we have of the room. I don't know if the barricade is still up or not, but whatever. We'll try and thin them out from inside, and if they come in, we'll switch to our weapons and deal with them then.
Alright, you got it. In that case, I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative and
this
get
looks
this
familiar.
underway. It does, but I just realized it actually kind of works for the map. So why not? Okay. The kids, as you can like huddle them in the corner or in a room and close the door. The window, there's a couple of them. We'll say that there's one there, and let's get everyone on a turn order real quick. Oh, there's a wolf already inside apparently. Whoops. Okay, one sec.
Do you have a token for the kids? Or?
I don't actually, but we will say that they hide under the same bin that was in the, like near the fireplace. So they're hiding in there. Yeah. Okay.
So here's a question that I know. So since guidance is a reaction to an ability check, you can use that to add to your initiative.
Could you add guidance to initiative before?
Technically,
you could, but
before.
if you had to cast it before the initiative.
Yeah.
Right?
Then I guess you could.
I'm just asking. I'm not insisting on it. If you think it's okay, because it's you change the guidance to a reaction, so that's why I'm asking if that would work.
Yeah, I'll let it fly this time. Sure, that's actually something I hadn't considered. But yeah, you can add it now.
Sure. Again, I don't care either way. I was just asking out of curiosity. So.
We actually used it
I'm
in
curious
5e,
too now.
in regular 5e versus in Strahd once, because we had to drop on something and we guided beforehand.
Yeah, it's a dexterity check. Damn, okay.
So does everyone that has guidance can use it on themselves now then? Yeah.
For initiative, yeah. But you lose your reaction until the beginning of your turn.
That's true. That's true. Okay, all right. Note that at the very least. Okay, don't know why there's a cat on here. Can you give it a
really roll a 1. I got my initiative was like 2 and I rolled 1.
Does it count if I get an extra 1? It doesn't for me, so no point in changing it.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter for Roki either if you... Oh no, actually for him it might matter if he guides himself.
So Roki add a d4 to it if you want to use guidance.
Oh
yeah,
wait!
Also...
I'm currently targeting something. That's why I tried to use it, and it wouldn't work.
With the doors on this map, are there 2 points of ingress or 1?
I'm gonna say 1. This door isn't this isn't a door anymore.
What's this one? So there's this one.
That's a window. This door opens up into another room. Okay. This is like the bedroom.
There we go.
So that would be open.
Add a 4 to it, so maybe I'm not.
Okay. So you can actually right-click and update these, I think. So let me just check. Yeah, let's just do that for you. 6, right? And what is yours, Ezekiel? Or
it's 9, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything.
Okay, it doesn't change it. All right,
so just leave
no problem. Okay, and I don't think Manny's got bless anymore. Sorry to say. I think that would have run off.
Yeah, it only lasts for a minute.
Yeah, you were definitely a minute talking with these kids.
10 minutes,
Yeah.
I think, on Bliss for.
Oh, is
No,
it?
no, it's 1 minute. No, it's 1 minute for
Oh,
bliss.
It's 1 minute. Okay. All right, Bellamy,
It's
you
1
mentioned
minute,
that you
yeah.
wanted to open up the window and take a shot. Well, it turns out you're on first on initiative anyway, so if you want to pick any window here, and you can see some of them moving around. They're about to close in on the building right now.
Okay.
Um, And there should be one clawing at the door, so I'm going to add that there.
I'll just.
Can you get advantage for surprise?
They're not surprised.
No surprise, and you're definitely not hidden. They know you're in there. They can smell you.
Okay, so let's start this off right.
Oh God, and where the fuck? I just remembered.
If
Got
I
some
hit
goats.
him, keep that 3 damage. If not, we'll revert it. So
Yeah, sure thing.
yes.
Oh,
so heal him for 3.
You heal the wolf with this healing arrow as you strike it. No. So this wolf sees this coming and it immediately darts out of the way, and your arrow just sinks into the snow. Now, I just forgot to mention, there was a shit ton of ghosts, Manny. Did you leave them back at the town, or are they still following you 10 minutes out of Goodmead? Or would they be in Goodmead?
I didn't specify, so it's at your discretion.
Let's say they're a Goodmead. Okay, and
Good call.
Snorp is...
Good call on that.
Snorp is here, though. So, he's on top of Jimothy already.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind. All right, that's your go. Anything else?
No, I moved. I bonus action.
Okay, one of the wolves. Oops. Okay, there we go.
Skip for everyone.
Yeah, I had to somehow to get. I don't know why when I started the turn order it started like halfway through, but there you go. Okay. So go with. Let's go.
I have a question. Are the windows big enough for the wolves to jump in, or?
You're about to find out.
I mean, I'd say there's probably like some broken glass on the windows, just to consider when they jump through it.
Could people of these be
Wolves.
glass, or would they be more like wooden shutters?
No, these have got glass. Okay.
Fancy.
This wolf leaps up and tries to jump through this window near Faith and Roki. And I'm going to say that
stand near a window.
to do that, I'm going to see if they can make the strength check. Shouldn't be too difficult, but they're pretty big wolves. Yeah, there's more than enough. The window shatters, and Roki and Faith are littered in tiny shards. And this wolf lands on all fours on the table right in front of you. Its haunches are like fully up, and its jaws slathering with almost frozen saliva eye you up. And they go to snap them on your shoulder. God, that's a painful bite. Roki is taking 5 piercing damage.
I have to do a saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you get knocked prone.
This thing,
I remember them.
Roki, you succeed, but as this thing leaps from the table, tries to like pull you down onto the ground, but you push it back and it kind of like scrambles over like bits of paper and cooking equipment. That's its go. And then another one.
It's set up so that if you succeed, it does have damage. I don't think it should.
It's that old thing. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Take an extra 2 there, Bellamy. Sorry about that.
But Roki, not
Yes, it's fine.
Roki, sorry.
If it was me, I would have told him.
Okay. Thanks for pointing that out. All right, this one, he's going to make the same attempt to jump through this window as well.
Rip snore.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, it smashes straight through it. Can't actually see Snort from that angle, but so it like leaps onto this table. Actually going for you, Ezekiel.
That's right.
Oof.
Bites deeply into your shoulder as well for 4 piercing. And I'm going to quickly change that wolf, so that's the correct thing. And you make the save. standing your ground. Stef, you got 2 wolves in the small little farmhouse. Your turn.
If I move to over here, do I provoke an opportunity attack?
No. You shouldn't.
No.
You're moving into range, not out of it.
Okay, then
Sure.
I would like to move over there and see here. I'd like to cast Sword Burst. Try that. Would hit both of them, right?
That's not.
Is not a wolf.
Oh, that's not a wolf. Can I take that back then? I thought it was a wolf. I thought it was a wolf.
No, you got the other wolves over here.
Oh.
All right, well, we'll ignore that. What did you want to do? You can still take it back if you like.
Then I'll just sit here and cast Ray of Frost on the wolf.
Okay, make sure you untarget these 2 fellas, and you can do that with like Shift.
Yeah,
C.
I got it. I'm so sorry. I thought it was a wolf.
That's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
No, that's cool.
That's the first time I've been called ugly.
That's a hit.
And then I'll move over here into the corner.
You got it. All right, blasted with frigid cold, but these wolves are no strangers to the cold. Just shrugs it off. Okay, next one. Where is he? There he is. He's on the outside. Oh, this window's been smashed now. There's nothing preventing him from taking the leap in. Unfortunately, he's going to do this at an odd angle. He kind of has to jump. Actually, no, he can jump onto the table and then, like, basically leap off of his friend. Kind of lands into the bookshelf. Kind of, like, stumbling around. But after that, he manages to get a good shot at Roki, biting your ankles. But, yeah, there's too many books raining down upon him. They just, you end up biting into that like a chew toy. Okay. Another wolf. Oh god, this side is getting a lot of attention.
It's going great for me.
Can't get past Faith and can't stop on that square, so it will actually move around again. Sorry, Roki, you're getting absolute. Oh, I should have rolled with that advantage, but I'll let that last one go. But this one, you can start to see as they begin to surround you, Roki. They begin to prowl and encircle you, striking when the moment your back is turned. They're using pack tactics now, so you're going to have advantage.
Well,
And I still rolled without my advantage. I'll try again. Tried to hold shift, but it didn't work. There you go. Okay.
oh, come on.
Roll another save. Stood your
17.
ground, but you are getting completely shredded to pieces. Snorp is up. He is a
shit.
combatant.
Oh.
He has
Oh,
a
yeah.
javelin and a dagger.
He has stuff, yeah. Can I drive him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, can Snorp throw a javelin at one of the wolves targeting as Roki?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Just remind me how to select control click.
So yeah, you can hold down Alt and left click, or you can double right click.
And does he get advantage from pack tactics?
It will be a flat roll because he's close to a wolf and it's a range attack.
He's not close enough to be disadvantaged.
Oh, okay.
So he should have
No, he's not
advantage
within
on that
5
attack
feet.
roll.
Yeah, Pack Tactics doesn't care about you being in melee. It cares about an ally being within 5 feet of it. So yes,
Yep.
you can roll that again. That's a hit.
Nice.
Okay. Damage not come up?
No option to roll damage.
I'll do it for you. Let's go. Oh, you
Boom.
rolled max. Oh, there you go. Okay. And of course,
job,
he's adding
Stef.
his... Wait, Javelin's are strength-based.
Oh, did we get no health bars on them this time?
There's health bars, but shouldn't be able to see them.
No health bar. I like that we had health bars.
You see that it says there like -6, and now it says wounded wolf.
It doesn't say anything
can-
for me.
Well, there's a little blood icon on them,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it's on you as well. That means you're bloodied, which means you're half health. You can see the wolf is whimpering as this javelin is stuck into its side. All right, that's it. Snorp can move with Jimothy. Jimothy's like a mount, so you can choose how to use Jimothy as an active mount, or as if it goes on his turn.
That's so based. Okay, wolf turn.
Okay. Where is he? There might be one too many wolves here. This one's coming from behind. He's going to try and, once again, jump up into the window. Haven't failed these yet. Nope, he keeps going. Smash. Glass litters around you, Manny, as one wolf takes its time to strike.
Yeah, no.
But you see it coming. It probably bites into the rug, thinking that's a creature too. So he like rips the head off of this bearskin rug. Jimothy. I'm gonna say Jimothy goes on Snorp Scope, but you can move them any way you like.
Okay, can Jimothy use his actions as or do you just want to use him as a mount?
So there's two options.
Charge or ram and stuff.
Mounted combat in D&D is a little complicated, but you can have two options. You can either have Jimothy go on its own turn and have its own actions, or you can go and sync up with Snorp and it can move, dash, or dodge. I think the other actions it can do. The advantage is, of course, you get movement on your turn. Downside is you can't attack. But if you want him to be an active mount, he can just do his own turn right now.
Alright, so like Snorp whips the reins of Jimothy and he uses his ram.
Okay.
I misclicked, but that's a 19, so I believe that hits.
Yeah,
And does a solid 1 point of damage to the wolf.
Two bludgeoning.
2 bludgeoning, nice.
Yeah. It knocks its front tooth out. And then just snarls aggressively at the goat.
Well done,
Okay,
Snorp.
Ezekiel's up. He did good.
Alright, the classic smash this thing in the head.
God.
And I push it back 5 feet if it's not dead.
Oh no! It is now.
It shouldn't be dead, right?
It moved, but I moved it.
Mhm.
So that forced movement doesn't actually trigger the booming blade, does it?
No,
It has to
no.
be-
He needs to do
But he
willing
does.
movement. So I basically just move him 1 square behind, and if the wolf moves from there, it dies. But
Okay.
you tell me
Well, then
if the wolf would do anything else.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'm going to just flavor this as you send it hurtling back, the thunder does explode as it smashes into the window and just detonates.
Mm-hmm.
Flies into the room.
And
Nice.
bonus action, I see Roki isn't doing too well, so I'll throw a healing word on him.
Nice.
And I guess I'll move over to this window in case more wolves are coming. And that's my turn.
Yeah, you can hear one growling out there. Okay, Manny's up.
Cool, yeah, I'm gonna stand between the kids and this wolf and, just start wailing on it, basically.
Solid hit.
7 bludgeoning damage, use my key points to do flurry of blows, which gives me another 2 attacks.
Oh,
Great. And that's what I have.
Jesus.
Overkill.
That is nice. It's not the first time we've seen him crit something in the face. Alright, how do you kill this wolf? Like,
I think I just kind of punched it, to be honest. I'm not really.
Yeah.
I hadn't prepared. I wasn't ready to have killed that wolf. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that. So, yeah.
It looks like Manny underestimates himself in this moment, but as the key strikes through his spinal cord, you just hear a snap as the force of that blow just knocks him out. All right. Any movement?
Yeah. I'm gonna move. Maybe I'll get an attack of opportunity if one jumps through the window, just to kind of. Ezekiel seems to be holding his own, to be honest. I'm gonna move towards Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I've got 2 Ezekiels on him.
Yep.
I'm gonna move towards Roki.
don't
Because he
see.
seems like he needs it. It seems like Jimothy and Snorp have got that covered.
Okay. All right. Faith is up. And she was about to actually heal you as well, Roki, but looks like that's taken care of. So she will turn to the nearest wolf and copies your exact motions that she's been observing you, Roki, from that fight. She's also going to cast Inflict Wounds.
God.
She grabs a hold of the wolf by the the hackles, and then she grips it. You see the fur immediately turn grey, and it just pulls out like it's molting. Shortly after that, you see the wolf convulse, shrivel, and fall to the floor, mummified, just like the body you saw outside. She looks at her own hands with horror as much as she does the scene in front of her, realizing she truly is Auriel's follower. Stumbles back and realizes she kind of bumps into you, Stef. But it's your turn now, Roki.
If I cast sleep, do I have to like make sure it's only covering the enemy, or will it like target the enemy before it targets us?
Well, if I recall, doesn't sleep hit the lowest health targets first?
So it doesn't care if it's enemy or friendly. I have to just make sure to target only the enemy.
You can select the area because it's an area.
Yeah.
But you do want to be careful that you aren't hitting yourself or allies in it. Because
I'm gonna pray and cast sleep, trying to get these two.
Let me check, because you're firing it through your center of where you're casting the spell is like outside of the wall. So with these kind of spells, you do need to sometimes see where you're targeting.
I wanted to target these two without targeting any of us.
Yeah, that's
or
tricky.
should I just do something else then?
Jimothy just falls asleep.
You just set the whole room to sleep, and then the rest of the wolves eat us. Yeah.
So it says it's a point you choose within range, which isn't something you can see. So I guess that works. Weirdly enough, sleep so you got to just double check basically. Some spells say a point you can see, in which case you wouldn't be able to do that. But sleep just says a point you choose within range. So
we're gonna affect
important
them through the
distinction.
wall, then.
You can, because it's a spell that does do. Well, not normally, but there's like windows here, so the sleep spell can sort of bend around.
So does it work? Does it knock any of them out?
Yeah, it seems. Well, what did you roll? 16. Oh, you did need to target them. That's why the template didn't target them. Odd. All right, it does get one of them. This one in the corner suddenly drops down and is unconscious.
Yeah. So I just throw like a magic orb comes out my hand through the wall, and then the barrier bit like comes back through the wall. Only one of them goes to sleep.
Right, so, but that has taken out one of them without a roll or without a save, so it's still pretty powerful. Anything else?
I don't think I have anything as a bonus action. Any ideas say I can do for bonus action? Rocky.
Not until you get like bonus action features, I don't think.
Yeah, I can't really like prep anything, so I just set my turn there.
Okay, you got it. Alright, the front door. You did say you pulled the barricade away, but
Yes, if they stop me, it's still there, but up to you. I think the DC was 14.
alright. Sure, we'll give it a shot. 14.
There we go.
Yeah, sorry. That door comes barreling open. Shattered, splintered wood flies into your face, Manny, as this wolf bears down with its teeth.
No part of the plan.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Roll me a strength save as it leaps onto you and pins you to the ground. Oh, no, it doesn't. You're able to use its weight against it, but that one hurt. Okay, this wolf is kicking down the doors. It's the last wolf. He's over. Oh, he's the other one outside. Okay, he does jump through the window where it's already smashed. And gonna get around to there. Okay. Hopefully it bites you in your good leg. No, it went for the wrong leg. You just hear this kind of gnawing sound on your prosthetic Ezekial. You have to kick it away. Okay. Back to the top, Bellamy.
I'll pull out my 2 short swords and start doing God's work on this guy. First attack.
Great description.
Do you have flanking rules or anything like that?
You do, yeah. Right there, you'd be partially flanking.
I can go here, but I guess no matter what happens, the 7 is not gonna.
Yeah.
Okay,
So why,
so
do
just
you, why do you have a -1 to your attacks?
because I'm exhausted.
Exhaustion.
Ah, okay.
yeah.
So 10 damage total.
Alright, 10. It's nearly there. You can see this wolf is like limping, bloodied. Don't know why that wolf wasn't an initiative, but it is now. Okay, yeah, you're nearly finishing it off. One more hit.
That's my turn.
Okay, in that case, this wolf was prowling on the outside. Gonna leap in, replacing the one that you previously had here. I'm just gonna kick that wolf outside. There we go. Okay. Sleep isn't... It's not concentration, but...
It is.
It's not.
It's not?
No, it's not. Nah.
Oh no, wait.
Pretty useful. Roki is going to go for you because there are more wolves around you, so it's going to use that to its advantage, quite literally.
Ooh.
Roll me that strength saves.
Real nasty, this bitch.
Finally got you down. Looks like you're falling prone.
Oh, fun.
Wait. Yeah, you're down on the ground. This thing barreling on top of you, snarling in your face. You smell its breath, wet fur, hunger in its eyes. It is Stef's go now. Dragon Ball.
T-pose to assert dominance.
Dragon Board appears to have fallen asleep during combat.
So is the wolf. I can't.
Wake me up when there's an
Oh,
interesting
here we
battle.
go. So you might have just been muted, that's all. Oh, or he
Can
was...
you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, we got you now.
Oh, okay, sorry, I had.
No worries. Launching magic missiles, I see. 2, 4, 3. Not enough to take it down, but this barrage does seem to wind and wound a wolf to the point where it's bloodied. Alright, nice. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Then Sleepy Wolf.
Sleep, yeah.
Okay. Roki on the ground. A prime target for a pack like this. It will
Sure.
try to, once again, go for the killing blow in your throat.
It's rude.
Which I believe lands. I don't think you need to roll that strength because you're already on the floor.
Death's Door.
And you hit death's door. Feel your heartbeat skip a beat. You see blood splattering across your eyes. It's all going red. It's all going dark. But Snorp might be able to save what little life is left in you.
Yeah, maybe.
Snorp's theme tune comes on.
So, Snorp, gonna move down here. I'm gonna go pack tact with a dagger. Hopefully, it's quite close to death, isn't it?
Yeah.
Symbol at the top left. Yeah. He's gonna throw a little daggery do. Oh, I have to roll it twice. Sorry about this. That one didn't hit.
Please.
This
Nice.
one. That one should hit. Yeah.
Yes, pack tactics used against the own wolf. Alright. How do you kill this with Snorp? Slit his throat? Damn it.
Jump on his
Shank,
back,
shank.
start riding him, and just like jabbing him with the dagger.
God damn. Just stab, stab, stab. Death by 1,000 little cuts.
Yeah.
Before the wolf finally lays out on the table as if it was just like a pig with an apple in its mouth.
Yeah.
But it's
That
a wolf with a cobalt on it.
should free up Bellamy and Ezekial to please help.
Looks like it. Yeah, that could alleviate. Ezekiel, you're up.
The hammer begins vibrating, and Ezekiel will go for this wolf over here and try to push him outside with the crusher feet.
Ooh.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see if it hits first. Hits. So,
Boom.
and he's moved outside. But if you move him, I guess he'll take the booming blade damage. So, yeah.
I love it. I know it's such a cool combo. The fact, like,
That's
it
okay,
works
that's
the way
great.
you. It's awesome, honestly. The shattering of that front door blows its hinges off as the wolf flies back with a whimper.
And
Yeah.
I'll just go in the door to assert dominance and look at these
Nice.
other wolves. That's it.
Manny, you're on.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about Death's Door. Is there anything I can do to help? Or is it Roki just fucked?
Yeah, sure. Let me show you. This is Death's Door. It should reveal to you. Scroll up.
So I know
Wait.
he's standing up, so he can still fight.
Yeah.
But if he gets hit, there's a chance of him dying, right?
No, he's prone. But yes, any damage he takes has a chance to be fatal. And
Okay.
I will put the rules into the chat so there's a reminder of everything. But yes, he doesn't want to be on Death's Door. That's a bad thing.
I have no way of healing him.
Keep in mind that between now and his turn, there's no enemies. So
Faith
between
will.
Oh,
now
we're,
and-
Yeah.
we're sweet then. So I'm gonna punch the wolf that's on top of him.
Go for it.
I'm gonna give him the old 1-2. Strike, and I'm strike. That's not quite what I'm looking for. Let's go for a flurry of blows.
Punchy Wolfie.
Yeah, make another 2 swings. You got to hit 1 at least. In fact,
Oh, does that not
think we even-
automatically do it? Or
no, just you can now just click
Attack
unarmed
twice.
strike 2 more times. Yeah,
You attack manually, yeah.
let's go.
there it is. And I think with that, yep, that's enough to crack it with an uppercut into the jaw. You see it bites its own tongue as it was just about to dig into Roki, and it falls back into the table and snaps it in half.
Snorf can have that as a souvenir.
Ooh, nice. Faith sees Roki on the floor and says, "Wait, hold on. I've got you. Still, she does have a cure wounds available. But that's her last spell slot, effectively. She's only level 1, unlike you guys.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, isn't as pleasant as you'd imagine. This is a freezing at death's door. Almost, it's just, for a moment, feels like the blood leaking out of you just sort of freezes over. It's like the opposite of cauterizing the wound. Instead, it just freezes it over, and it's now contained within, but and as it sends an uncomfortable shiver through your veins. That's her go, though. Roki, you're alive.
It's better than dying.
Yeah.
Am I still
There's only
prone
one
then?
wolf. Yes, you can get up though.
Will I be able to do anything else on it after getting up, or will that be my turn?
You have your full
Prone
turn.
only. Yeah, getting up from prone isn't like Baldur's Gate 3. Thank God. You only cost you half of your movement. So
Okay.
you
so,
get up and you have what, about 13? So, yeah, you have.
So
Well, I
I,
don't know
can,
why you're.
I can get up then, and then
Yeah,
Oh, he's exhausted 1 because he went down.
right.
And so he has 25 feet of movement, which is halved to 13 or whatever.
Yeah, so we'll call it
And-
15 because we round up.
and then no one's hit this wolf yet, have they?
No.
So inflicts wounds. I'm gonna reach my hand out and try to drain the life out of this thing.
That's a hit. Oh.
20.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. How do you finish the fight, Roki?
I just reach my hand out and you just see the life drain out of it as a faint glow. And I put my hand down as it just falls to the ground. Like it stays in this exact position whilst the life drains out. It's only when I stop that it then falls to the ground. Very dramatic.
God, yeah.
We still have the
immediately-
sleeping one that we got to deal with.
it's like rigor mortis immediately sets in. You can hear like a thud as the desiccated corpse hits the ground, and that will end combat.
What are we doing about the sleeping one? Does that stay asleep? Or do we have to kill
well,
it?
Only
it's
for a
asleep
minute.
for a whole minute, right? So you can tell me what you do with it.
I'll go to it. So
Can I
I'll
let-
pull out some
Oh,
rope
so,
and
yeah.
I'll tie up its snout and its paws, and we'll decide what we do with it later. So I'll just immobilize it so it can't really do anything.
You do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit down.
You hear the kids slowly coming out of their hiding spot as they realize the dust has settled. I don't hear any more wolves. And then they
Yep.
sort of see the mess. Oh, is it over?
It's
Are they
fine.
dead?
They're done. It's done. It's done. They're just mean dogs. Don't worry about it. They're done.
I
Manny,
don't think they're mean. Just hungry.
Yeah, check this out. Have you met Jimothy?
Timothy, oh,
I
it's a
introduced.
goat.
Yeah, it's a very friendly guy.
Manny, can you move the kid gun into town somewhere less wild and
Yeah,
lad?
I completely agree. Should we move?
These two children are the only people here. Then no one else we got to save.
No.
I
Then-
asked them, and no one else. We good to leave.
Yeah,
Their
let's get
mother
out of
was taken away by that creature they described, but let's get them to safety first.
Let's get them to a hearth first, and then we'll figure that out.
Okay. You step outside of the lodge. You see the
And-
children. Go on.
Sorry, I'll pick up the wolf, and like as we're leaving, presuming that it's
Yeah.
still asleep, and
Yeah.
we're hightailing it. I just all cut its rope so it runs off into the woods because I
If
don't
it-
want to.
Yeah, and if the children are light enough or you're young enough, I'll just pick them both up and carry them into town.
We aren't keeping the wolf as a prisoner.
We have a wolf?
What are we doing with the wolf that we tied up?
Oh, we have a tied up
Bellamy-
wolf.
So what
Bellamy,
yeah.
you described it.
Yeah. What happened was it chewed through the ropes, and it was a smart wolf. Deserves to live. Hunt another day.
Oh, I thought we were gonna train it or something.
Hmm.
We can keep a kobold, but we can't keep a wolf.
Can I just
Come
look?
on.
Can I just? Yeah, I know, right? Can I just look at Bellamy? Like, can I just look at him? And do I need to roll something?
I let them
I mean-
both go. What do you want from me?
I mean, is he lying to me? I don't know.
You can roll an insight.
I feel like he's eating this wolf. is that
Go
wrong?
ahead, roll insight. Go ahead. Yeah, you can insight. I mean,
No, I don't know.
you don't see any. Well, actually, you do see blood on him, but it's because
Plausible
just killed a
denial, but it's
wolf in
got
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
so you can't tell. Maybe not. You couldn't
I'm
tell with the blood on the
Literally
sword.
the only one in this house who hasn't killed a wolf today.
That's why it's suspicious. I'm gonna carry the kids, and we're gonna go to town.
All right. The kids pause for a moment as you are walking out of the farmland, and they seem to look into the direction over yonder, just maybe into the field. And they don't seem to shed any tears this time, but they just stare out to this field.
You know what?
These frozen crops.
These kids have clearly got some trauma going on. I'm gonna tell Snorp that he's walking, and like they're gonna ride Jimothy back, and that might be a lot of fun kind of sort of thing for them.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
as they're
you
looking
hear-
back, their eyes aren't glowing or anything like that. Like they aren't behaving strangely in any way, are they?
No, they're not glowing or acting strange. They seem to be just staring out.
Right.
And if you're looking at them for a moment longer, they do finally speak up and say, "That's where it took Mama."
We'll look into it.
The wolf?
No, the
Oh,
owl creature.
The owl with the horns.
Yeah, faith's God or whatever.
But yeah, if you do look into it, as you said, Manny, you step over towards the nearby frozen crops, and there does seem to be a sort of patch where crops have been flattened out, it seems. The ground is clear. And as you kind of begin to walk around that clearing, you get an image that's clearer and clearer, that's sort of reflected in a faint light. There is this sort of a six-pointed snowflake, sort of outlined in frost across the ground.
Yeah, while I'm not downplaying the importance of that, I will take a note of it. But these kids have been freezing for days, so I am just going to take them back to the town.
Yeah, can we take them home and then take a short rest?
And
Like,
on
we
the
need to
way, I
rest
mean,
there.
even though it's 10 minutes, I'll immediately give them some food and water to drink on the way, just to alleviate some of the starvation they've probably been experiencing.
Yeah, you got it.
When we get back to the town, who do we see in the lodge?
Let's say you see Mr. Speaker Kendrick. He's here, and he's been awaiting your arrival.
Oh, good. I got a pretty good rapport with Kendrick. We were bunk buddies last night. I first of all, before even mentioning anything, I just look at him, look at the kids, kind of gesture for the kids to go near the fire, and very presumptively look at Kendrick to get them some like hot soup or something.
He says, "By the flaming sword, they're still alive. Quick, get them inside. Warm them up, and yes, get a bowl of soup. Olivessa, can you get them some food, please?" Of course, Speaker Kendrick, right away.
Yeah, and I presume they give them some fresh blankets and stuff, and I take my robe back and just kind of let it dry by the fire for a bit because they're gonna need a while, right?
Absolutely, yeah. He looks you over and says, I can't thank you enough. Yes. Please, just take these. It's all we have left to offer you. But they're bound to be worth gold in Bryn Shander or any town for that matter.
Kind of like shake my head and subtly like look to the party to kind of if they want it, pick it up. I'm not interested. And whoever gets it can have it, whatever. And I said to him, who will care for these children?
Whoever
can. Olivessa's mother and...
Their mother will care for them if we manage to get her back, but we need to haul ass.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right, Bellamy. We might have a lead on the mother, Kendrick.
Winby, is she still alive?
We don't know. Do you have anything that can aid us? This is kind of needs to be now or never. I'm talking like healing potions. I'm talking like scrolls. I'm talking anything that can help us make this happen because we're taking a short break and we're getting right back out there.
He hangs his head. I'm sorry. We have very little. But
it's fine.
This all occurred days ago. How do you propose you're going to find her?
We'll explain some other time. A swig of hot soup, and we'll be on our way. I think. Are we all in agreement? Bellamy?
Whatever the kids need, it's on our tab. So just make sure that they're as comfortable as possible. They've been through enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless that I trust Manny. Like, Manny.
Thanks.
The many goats.
Yeah.
Goats.
And one thing, so obviously we're going to be taking a short rest, but as we do that and we're away from others, and with the whole group, I'll tell them, now wait a second, don't we have an expert on these matters right here? Faith, that whole description of owls with horns, not ring any bells?
You look at Faith, and she seems to have been a bit quiet during this whole ordeal and lost in thought. You can see her eyes reflect the same sorrow she feels on hearing the children's suffering. But there seems to be an understanding in her face as well, and the memory of pain. She kneels. She's like kneeling down at the moment, but as you ask her, she says, I think I know. Yes. It sounds as though Auril has kidnapped their mother.
Yeah.
To what end? I don't know, but...
Yeah, and it's a kidnapping, so time's of the essence. Shall we all in agreement that we take a quick swig of soup and get out there?
Yeah, bandage your wounds and let's get back out there. But you gotta be prepared, Manny, for the fact that whatever we find might be either too much for us or might just nothing we can do. So keep that in mind.
True.
She okay, you can take a short rest. So go ahead, click that on your sheet, spend some hit dice.
I'll just
and
click it, but I don't think I. Yeah.
during this
Wow.
Faith
Nice.
does go to speak to the children. She's kind of like kneels down to them and says, "This, what you're going through. This is your winter. It's not good, and nothing can make it good. But it has happened, and now it is a part of you. This pain, it will shape you. It will help you grow. It will give you strength in the darkness. It will give you compassion for those who suffer. If you survive this cruel winter, you will know that you can survive anything." Like looking deeply into their eyes, and she pauses, trying to find the words, and then says, "Loss is a part of life. Nothing can bring your father back. But his memory will always be a part of you. Let that give you strength." Naro looks at her with his lower lip trembling. After a moment, he sort of just bursts into tears, unable to contain himself. But Tilly, the younger sister, seems to be like looking thoughtfully and nods. She seems to understand something and says, "What about Mama? Will she ever come back?" And Faith looks back to you guys, and her heart in her eyes, she just says, I don't know. I don't know.
Master Kendrick, have you heard any reports of other people being taken by a huge owl-like creature with horns that drifts?
We are mostly contained in our own little village, but there have been rumors before. Creatures that prowl the night, take whatever they want. This particular description, it isn't the first time I've heard of a disappearance with that nature. Did you find any trace of her, anything at all?
Once we saw the kids, we kind of wanted to get back here as soon as possible. We'll take another look.
Right.
In this snow, in this land, might not be much we can find, but we'll do our best.
I understand. Well, I am delighted that you've seen the children return safely, but I suppose we are all still eager for any news of what happened to Winby. But these abductions, they seem to be perhaps something more recent. This wasn't happening in the years prior to this winter. It's only happening now. And please, here, take these. He does roll out the 2 barrels.
How heavy are
And
they?
they're about 50 pounds each.
We just
Heavy.
keep them here maybe until we go find Mother.
Yes, of course. And as a further
Or
reward,
does anybody, does anybody of the boys barrel?
Sorry, you're cutting out. What are you saying?
so yeah, you're a little cutting out in and out there.
I was saying, or does anybody have an objection? Really wants to take for reason?
That wasn't much better, Stef.
Take for we heard take for reasons, but
I guess he means we leave it here unless anybody has a reason to take them.
Yeah.
Let's
Sorry,
leave it with the
Right.
goats. It will be fine. No one's going to steal the gift that they've just given us.
Okay.
no. As a further reward, we can offer you one of the empty houses. There's unfortunately loads of them, but perhaps fortunate for you, there is even a big, beautiful home near the town center that you can occupy for the time being.
Excellent.
That's actually pretty good.
Olivessa will show you to the house. And she's offered to take care of the children.
Is the Tabaxi still being suspicious and running around?
No, I caught up with him. He found a rat with bees on it. I have no idea why bees would be interested in a dead rat. But nefarious, no. Macabre, yes. But Flint isn't the sort to kill people, or if that's what you're wondering.
No. The issues going on here are clearly more higher stakes.
Yes. Well, no, I told him to pack it in, chuck the rat out, making a smell. As for the bees, I'm going to try and return them to the hive. So,
Those people have no idea about beekeeping.
yeah, anyone who's like curious as to what the fuck he's talking about, you can roll a nature check. I mean, is anyone proficient? I don't think they are, but I'm just going to allow you to just roll it anyway. Maybe someone's heard of this.
I don't suppose.
No, I'm definitely.
Steph doesn't even know what a bee is.
I have never seen a bee. What are those mythical creatures?
The fuzzy little honey-making insects. But, Manny, bees, why would they be attracted to a dead rat? Normal bees wouldn't be. You can understand that much. No, that wasn't a pun. But you can understand there probably are some bees that might, in a desperate time, feed on
Meat,
dead flesh.
And
but
that's probably what the Tabaxi is going for. Well, with the
I think
hope.
what he's excited about, might have figured out some sort of into making these bees survive or keep them working.
Okay, well, what I'd recommend is like while we're away, these got speaking Kendrick, you've got a lot of goats, and again, if you just set some people to milking the goats milk has like quite a lot of sweetness to it, and the bees might feed on that for a little while. Like, it was just a thought.
Right, I will attempt.
Pass it down the chain. Pass it down the chain. We'll reconvene on this when we get back from the very daring rescue mission that no doubt we're all about to go on.
And again, thank you. And he offers a hand to shake yours. His big, almost like bear-like paws grip your.
I give him a hug. He sounds like he needs it.
Yeah, definitely. He's been under a lot of stress, and it's like hugging a bear. This guy's thick furs are just like envelop you.
Cute.
After that, you guys you've had your short rest. Fortunately, that doesn't deal with any exhaustion, but you can get back out there if you want. What do you guys decide to do from here? I mean, right now,
I'm with Manny. We should go look for the mother.
Yeah, like we'll go back to the house, and if Manny points out what he saw, like that snowflake sign, I'll try and pick up any kind of trail from there. Or did you say it's like a hatch going downward? I wasn't really clear on that.
Okay, so I'll describe it again. Yeah, you head back 10 minutes out into the fields once again, and you see that the crops have been frozen on the vines, and it's marked by ice crystals in a pattern of a 6-pointed snowflake. And it's this kind of like blast zone almost, like where it's cleared out the crops. And imagine like a crop circle in the pattern of a snowflake.
Can I like maybe investigate that with an Arcana check?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, sorry to interrupt. I need to leave a bit early. I know this is a habit.
You can just stay in the town if you want.
Yeah, I think that's not a problem. By the way, that's a good place for you to leave. Anyway, you've actually come to the close of the introductory quest, but if you got stuff you need to do, that's fine, man.
Yeah, sorry, it's personal life stuff.
Yeah, no, that comes first, man. All right, we'll
take care. I'll watch the stream to catch up.
Take care. No problem.
Bye.
Bye.
I rolled an Arcana.
You got a 15. Nice. Okay. There is obviously very magical essence about this, and it's almost latent. Like you can feel a sort of hum in the air as you close your eyes and try to resonate it with your own mind. There's an ambient, almost lambent energy that resides here. Residual conjuration magic. Conjuration doesn't just mean summoning things, by the way. It can mean teleportation. And by this looks, this isn't a symbol which you're familiar with, like an arcane rune, but rather this is more of a religious symbol. The six-pointed star, snowflake rather, is definitely something you've seen Faith holding. It's literally Auriel's holy symbol, and it might be the fact.
Can I like point out that to her?
She's
on this.
She's looking down at it with you as well, and she says that's definitely Auriel. She was here. Unless someone else is posing as her, but I can't imagine someone being able to kill a man back there like that without having immense power.
Don't gods have people to do work for them? People,
Right.
Things.
Like myself, indeed. But
worse.
With the description the children gave, it sounds as though we're dealing with the real thing.
Faith,
And
why do you worship such a god?
Well, that is the question. I never chose to worship Auriel. She chose me. I heard her voice called out to me, and it wasn't until I called back when my powers manifest.
Indeed.
And I don't know why she would choose me. I guess I feel like I've lived a terrible life. It's been like a non-stop winter, and maybe that's a connection. Maybe I'm the only one who can feel her pain. And when I say pain, when I heard her call out, it sounded like a cry for help. I know that doesn't sound believable. An almighty goddess, why would she even need help? What could she possibly be in pain? But that's just my hunch. And that's why I've come to this place, to this land. I'm trying to find out why.
Maybe if we soothe her pain, her wrath may subside.
That is a hope.
Yeah, maybe she's not evil. Maybe she just needs help.
Maybe she's not evil. Maybe she's just misunderstood. Like Snort.
Maybe it's like a curse or something.
That's honestly what I feel might be the case. I mean, winter is not evil. You wouldn't call the seasons evil. They are simply change. Winter is necessary. It's a necessary evil, you could call it.
Yeah, but winter doesn't kidnap people from their holes now, does it?
He is choked up on her answer.
Don't worry about it, Faith. Let's get to the bottom of this. So, fellas, chaps, I've got a thought. We have a strange summoning. I don't know that. Sorry, we have a strange markings in the snow. Right. We have strange markings in the snow. We've got a woman that's been kidnapped, and how about we go back to town and have a chat to the locals, see if there's any more leads that we can pick up on before heading out on the morrow, perhaps for East Haven.
Well, if we leave now, we can get to East Haven, get some more information from there, and decide if we want to spend the night there or come back. And that way we check off one other point off the map, if you're all up for it, not too tired after our whole hunt in the house.
DM, how long would it take us to get to East Haven?
Yeah, you could ask the travelers here. They would tell you that it takes, just check, to get to East Haven from Goodmead is a
as the goat flies.
4.5 miles, travel time, no, 4.5. That should be hours, surely. I don't know why it says miles. I think it's 4.5 hours, but that would be with sticking to the road and not encountering any harsh weather. That's like if you just went on foot and didn't have any complications. So yeah, you could walk it, but
Could
yeah,
what
it's up to you.
what if we jogged?
Yeah.
Like through the woods or what?
Gonna be about the same.
And we
That's,
combine all the goats to make one big goat to ride on.
Goat raft.
Well, I will say that this module doesn't account for like pacing because it's very hard to like jog in thick snow. You end up having to just wade through it. Even with
Kind of
snowshoes, you have
difficult
to...
terrain the entire way. So
Exactly, yeah. So you can't really change the pace. You have to just trudge through it.
Also, consider that we're still in the morning. Well, more like 11 or 12 o'clock because we took an hour rest. So we're still
It's early.
midday. Yeah.
Yeah.
we
In
could probably
fact,
get there before nightfall.
Yes.
Oh, let's play it time. Let's go.
And are we
And-
leaving? Are we leaving? Oh, what's his name? Chappie with the big hammer, and electric. And,
Ezekial? That's up to you,
Ezekial?
DM. If you want, you can play him because he basically smacks things and cast spells. So, you know.
we could leave him to look after the goats. I mean,
We could say that his leg is fucked up and broke as we got here, and he needs to deal with that.
it did get gnawed on, didn't it? I said it kind of like maybe he got snapped on the leg.
well, what I'll do, we'll leave the goats in. We'll leave
Finally.
Ezekiel. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, if we take the goats, half of them are going to die anyway. So we'll leave we'll leave Ezekiel here. We'll leave the goats. Let's take 5 goats just to be, so we've got a bit of wiggle
One
room for
each.
barter. Yeah, we'll take a goat each, right? Everyone can manage a goat. Yep. Good, Faith. You
Yep.
good to? So 5
Sure.
plus Jimothy. So 6.
To be fair, you did ask for healing potions, and you know.
Well,
Yeah, no luck there. Let me
Yeah,
just
no,
stick some goats on the
sadly.
map here. So we gave 3 to Bigger Kendrick, so that's 19. And
For his goat mead, his goat milk mead. Hopefully that will come to fruition over the next few months.
Manny's
5 goats.
starting equipment: commoner clothes,
Uh,
some gold, some rations, and 86 goats.
All right, we'll take Brenda. We'll take
Yeah.
Freckle. We'll leave popcorn.
Okay.
Like
Alright.
take Ansel and Pemberson and Clover and Radish. So that's 6 total. Oh, and then we've got Jimothy. So and
Dibs
we've
on
got Jimothy as
popcorn because that's the only one I remember.
well. We're leaving popcorn behind.
Oh man.
Popcorn staying behind.
How do you
Can
know?
I have a subtle to Kendrick with the? I'm not going to say explicitly, but implied that I would be quite upset if anything happened to the goats while I was gone. But he can have all the goat milk he wants.
We will keep good care of your goats. Just don't worry.
Thank you. It's all I ask in this world. Okay.
Not a problem. All right.
Okay.
Good luck out there, and remember, you've got a welcome home. If you need a place to stay, shelter, rest, you name it. We'll even get you some warm soup.
Delightful.
Your friends of good mead. Good luck out there. All right, you head out towards the east way, which now mark on this map.
This might sound dumb, but as we're going to travel, could I drink a bottle of goat's milk to gain 1d4 of health?
Or like London milk.
His milk seems to be the magic fix for everything. It works for bees. Apparently, it's good for everyone. It's good for soup. This shit is some. Either he's a con man.
It's
or
good
this
milk.
is some amazing.
Man, I would so make you roll for that. So I would make you roll a save for that shit.
Make a medicine check.
How
I think-
intensively has this character studied goat milk?
If you could take the chef feat later on, and you could flavor it that you just got magical milk that heals people. Yeah, that'd work.
Manny's
But
milk.
also
Manny's milk.
Manny's milk.
Oh boys, to be honest.
That's Manny's retirement plans. Manny's milk emporium. All right.
So can I
Onwards.
drink it to gain health then or not?
On the
I'm
road.
afraid you could. It takes a day to make a healing potion. You could probably make a milk-based one, but unfortunately, drinking this down it simply satisfies your belly, but it doesn't seem to close your wounds.
Do we need to do anything special to keep on the correct path?
No, if you're well,
Can,
never mind. Yes, you do.
Snorp's a kobold. Kobolds are good at navigating, kind of, right? Places that they've been, maybe. I don't know.
They
Help action.
Snoop is good at spine of world, but not man-made road.
No, that makes
you
sense.
took him out of his natural habitat.
Habitat.
Habitat. Yeah. See, Snoop blind out here. Snoop, not very useful. Actually, no, it's not very useful. Don't kill Snoop. Snoop, MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
Well, you know what MVP means.
Yeah, he just. I think I mentioned that to him once. He has no idea what it means, but he thinks that's what it is.
Pup.
Yeah. So, yeah. He doesn't have a clue what it means. All right. So Snorp is your icon for where the party is. I've decided that's the party icon now. And we can roll for some weather because I haven't done this yet. It's quite fun. I've got a little flower. Isn't this pretty? It's called hex flower.
Yeah, we saw it in the chat.
Very pretty.
God help us.
So what we do is we roll 2d6. I'll let one of you roll it, in fact. Hey, Stef, roll me 2d6.
Ray of hope. Ray of hope. Ray of hope.
Yeah, well, no, you go from...
So an 8, we are going this way. So we go from light snow to light snow. So it's actually pretty... And that roll also tells you how many hours that will be. So 8 hours of light snow means you're going to have a nice, easy travel towards East Haven. No real complications. Unless I roll one of these. Nope, you're good. Okay. So it's easy travel, thankfully. Now that you've come into a place of civilization, you can see that the road is like this big kind of plowed out path, and there are slopes on either side of the road that kind of signal when you're getting too close to the edge of it, and you'd actually have to like clamber up to the side to actually go off road. So following this kind of deep set path, you are able to keep on track, and with a 15 on that survival check, yeah, you can tell the weather is accommodating for this travel. So I'm going to say that only takes you a little bit longer than 4.5 hours, purely because there are some areas of snowdrift where if you haven't got the actual proper footwear, you are just wading through difficult terrain, so it takes longer. So I'm going to say that you're arriving in East Haven quite late in the evening. What was it? 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I'm going to say that's more like 7 hours travel, but it's not like arduous travel. It just takes a little longer. Now
we have a lot of organs. This is fine.
So, East Haven. There is, unfortunately, something a little concerning on the horizon. Unlike the friendly little plumes of smoke from the chimneys of Good Mead, there is a single blackened plume that is billowing up from the center of the town. Almost like there's a great fire going on. And this is black smoke. This is not like some chimney. This is like something's burning it. Yeah. Like wood and a lot more, perhaps. There's even, to those who have good perception, a slight sickly scent in the air that's wafting in your direction. The smell of burning flesh.
Look, guys, they're having a bonfire.
Smells more like a barbecue.
I don't think it's the good kind.
Well, this is ominous.
Let's try and be careful about our approach. If you guys want, you can just hang back and I can try to quietly see what the hell's going on, because smelling the blood and flesh kind of raises some questions, you know?
Yeah. Oh, will you take Snorp with you? He likes to feel involved.
If I take him and those people start throwing stuff and they hit poor Snorp and hurt him or worse, I think it's not worth it.
Okay.
Because I can't really protect him and run away, and I want the poor guy to be okay.
I can nudge him again next time, buddy.
Yeah, when we're going to the good kind of bonfire, the one with cakes, that's where you can sneak with me, Snorp. So
Sneaky Snoop.
yeah. So is there any activity like at the entrance of the town, or does it look like everything is clustered where that
No.
black plume is coming from?
As you walk down this path, you can see like there's two walls either side of you, like cobbled stone. There's little lamps as well that have flickering lanterns in the top of them, and that makes for sort of a friendly, welcoming entrance. But then as you come into town, there are no lights on in the houses. There's no smoke coming from the chimneys. It almost feels like a cold, dead, deserted town. It's very quiet. You don't see
Okay.
anybody on the streets. There's only
I
this single black pyre.
do they have walls around East Haven? Like tall walls that look inward?
No, they have like knee-high walls of like
Fences.
cobbled stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, practically
Okay.
fences.
I want to go to the nearest, tallest house that will give me a vantage point into the center, see if I can see anything from there, and if not, I'll approach further in as stealthy as I can. But at least maybe using a high vantage point, I can get a clue of what's going on.
Yeah, you could climb up onto one of the lampposts. There's an incline into the town where it meets Lac Dineshire, which is one of the many frozen lakes. And as you're looking out, you can just barely make out, because it's only light snow, there are a whole bunch of huddled figures around this great burning pyre, and it is aflame. The flame is like reaching probably about 15 foot tall. And you can see just engulfed in the flame is something upright attached to a pole, but it's too far to make out. You can just see the flickering light. It almost looks like a little candle from this distance, but there are definitely a whole bunch of people around it.
And they aren't really chanting or screaming anything, are they?
You don't hear anything on the wind but slight crackle of distant fire.
Okay. I'll climb down and I'll try to approach, like, keeping cover behind houses or whatever else I can. I'll try to approach the center and try and get a better idea of what's happening. Like, are they somber because something bad happened, or is this more like they went insane and burned some guy? I'll try and do it stealthily.
Okay. So as you're sneaking in, give me that stealth check. What
Yep.
about the rest of you guys?
Don't
Are
fuck
you
me.
trailing behind, or are you going down the road? Everyone else?
Go down the road.
Okay. You go down the road. All
All I
right.
can do is speak.
Yeah, I'm trying to scout basically and give the others a clue of what we're walking into.
Okay, I'm gonna like kind of follow the path in Bellamy's wake
Follow
then, because he'll probably want to relay information and do most of the scouting.
13. You actually managed to maintain cover by the looks, because not a single person turns. They are all fixated on what's happening in the middle. No one has even like bat an eyelid that you're sort of crunching a bit of snow behind. So you get closer, and there's this eerie sight in front of you. Everyone is huddled around this pyre. The pyre there's somebody on the pole, like lashed to it. They're not moving, they're not writhing in pain. They have likely been burning for a while now. You can just about make out the pointed hat of like a wide brimmed pointed hat on the head of this person. Yeah.
Oh no.
You'll be fine. You don't wear pointy hats.
The most eerie thing about it is there's no cheering, no chanting. They are actually just huddled around because they look like they're trying to keep warm. And you can see people rubbing their hands together and then holding them out to the fire where this stench of burning flesh is coming from. And here, have some.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just going to show you this.
Thank you for that.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So no one's making any speeches, no one's saying anything, no one's... okay. Then I'll just go back to the group. I'll meet Manny along the way, tell him to follow me back. I'll tell him exactly what I saw and say, now I don't know much about magic types, but doesn't wide brim pointy hat mean wizard?
This is most concerning. It's certainly not what I thought I would find here. Stef,
Yes.
thoughts?
I'll guess do it. What comes over?
Is this a
You're
ritual
okay
or
with
something?
that? Like, maybe I'll look into it. Maybe I know something about it. Magic, rich, kind of.
Look into like
Yeah,
Sorry,
what
you're
they're
going up.
doing. Because
what they're doing.
what they're
Well,
doing, who they might be.
you would have to ask. It's probably impossible to know just from the description that Bellamy gave. Just a burning body with a pointy hat. You
Is it
can
impossible
absolutely.
to know? Like,
Is it possible to know what? Sorry.
is it maybe possible, or is it straight up not possible that I know anything? Like,
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have been able to like do this during my studies, read a book.
You might need to change your sensitivity, Steve, because I think you're cutting out. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I
like
couldn't understand.
Oh, okay. Just tell me. Better now?
I think
Speak
so.
speak a longer sentence so we can check.
I'm saying maybe is it impossible for my character to know about?
You're cutting out a bit.
I cast comprehend languages.
I love how it cuts out on the essential part of the sentence.
Yeah.
We had like I'd say 90%, but we lost one word.
I said,
the
is it maybe possible for my character to know about this? Maybe I've read it in a book or something. Or is
Okay,
this
that's better.
completely
Gotcha.
strange and unknowable to me, even if I'm an expert on it? Arcana.
Yeah. Okay. So, have you heard of like people burning wizards before? Is that the line of thinking?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll an Arcana check. Absolutely. Wizards have been outlawed, hunted. There are inquisitors that hunt down mages and the like that have gone too far in their research for power. There are also cabals of evil wizards that simply seek to enforce their control over the world. Now, you've probably heard of a couple of them. One comes to mind, like the Red Wizards of Thay, are absolutely known as a mysterious evil organization, and they aren't normally burnt at a stake, though. With a 21, you can understand some wizards are locked up, some are executed, but specifically burning, that's a new one. That one's maybe a little more kin to just Icewindale, where a burning body might provide a bit of warmth for the townfolk. They're that desperate.
Look, here's what I suggest, because we're freezing our asses over here and wasting time. I can move pretty quick if I need to turn and run. If one of you want, they can come with me and talk to him, because we're not going to find out much more just sitting out here.
Yeah, you're right. Come on, Bellamy, let's go. Snorp with me.
All right.
Wait. Before we go in, can you guys hold the goats?
Yes. Good luck.
All right, let's go.
All right.
So Bellamy, how do you want to play this?
Well, I'm not the best at asking questions or talking to people, so you can
I got
talk
you.
to him, and
I
I'll
will,
let
like,
you know.
I got you, and I kind of start walking to the fire, and I just go, what is the meaning of this?
They seem to be startled as this loud noise breaks the silence.
Hi guys, Manny, nice to meet you. What's up?
What's he doing?
One of them just sort of says, "Shh. You keep down.
Another one. They say this is an execution.
Oh, dude, what did he do?
Bastard killed some of the expedition he was with. We found the bodies. Proof this one's a murderer.
Proof? Yeah, no, I'm sure that you've got a really rigorous legal system here. And not just, like, based on accusations alone. Does this happen often?
What, burning bodies or finding murderous wizards?
Let's say, like, and or either.
Well, it's not the first sacrifice this month, but nor is it the first murder.
Sacrifice, murder, yeah, justification. I get it. I get where you're going with this. Listen, I'm not particularly a godly man. Could you point me towards the Temple of Talos?
Tempest? You mean?
Tempest, yeah, the same thing.
What do you think this is, Skyrim?
What?
All of endurance is that way.
How would they know what Skyrim is?
Yeah, I know, what the fuck? Like, I got it wrong. I got it wrong because I'm literally not a godly man. This guy's like, this guy knows like out of game knowledge.
What is Skyrim in this universe?
Excuse me, sir.
Well, there are multiple planes of existence, so who knows?
Yeah. You get my wires crossed sometimes.
We're also looking into some missing people. So who's in charge of the law here in this town?
Bellamy, look at what they do to people who are suspicious, right? Some strange person turns up, they set him on fire. I mean, quote unquote missing people. Let's talk to some godly men. Let's probably not talk to whichever kangaroo court put this guy up ablaze.
Yeah, but
He does reply though. He still answers you.
Yeah. I'd still like to know who runs this town in terms of the law.
That'd be Speaker Daneth Whalen. He's up there. See? Standing next to the captain, Captain Imgrid. You see this man up some distance away, but seems to be watching this fire with intent. He is bearded, with kind of a crow's peak, widow's peak even. He's got, looks like he hasn't slept in a long time. He's disheveled and kind of unkempt hair, wearing thick furs, and he seems to have been suddenly pulled away, his gaze pulled away, now noticing this kind of like disturbance in the crowd. But he's too far to be able to do anything about it. He's like all the way over the other side, so he just sort of looks over, like eyeing.
Manny, hear me out. If they're as paranoid as they appear to be, and we just waltz into town without at least letting them know we're here and that we don't have any mean thoughts about us, that might end up worse than not talking to them at all. So let's at least go, tell them we're in town on some business, and then we'll see if we need them or not, and get their measure while we talk to them.
Bellamy, 100% appreciate your point of view. Counterpoint, the guy looks crazy. His entire town is here, watching a guy being burnt at the fire. Gonna be pretty easy for him to convince them to add us to the pile. Maybe, instead, go to a House of God, go to House of the Gods, have a chat there, claim as for sanctuary.
Can I show him my ice magic? I feel like he would really like.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, something. Hey guys.
Yeah. Did you say that aloud?
You were supposed to be looking after the goats.
No, I asked that to Manny. My character is kind of oblivious social. So.
Got it. So it sounded loud enough to be perhaps heard by a couple of nearby 10-towners. And they turn to you. Their expressions go from like kind of annoyed to suddenly concerned. And now they kind of spread out, like almost as if you're like you yourselves are like infected, and they kind of like fan out and away, and you're left kind of standing in the open. And it's at this point the silence is fully broken by this loud voice. Seems to be authoritative, firm, and feminine. She shouts, "You there, newcomers! You're travelers here? You just arrived, didn't you?"
Yes.
No. I mean, yes.
Yes. I thought as much. I'm Captain Imdra, Argalath, and what you're standing before you is a sanctioned execution for a magic user who killed our own.
We know he wasn't working alone as well. There are other wizards out there. Did you say something about ice magic?
He just got here. He is with us. He wouldn't know anything about this whole place. Neither do we. We traveled here together, so whatever you want to accuse him of, unless it's happened in the last hour, it wasn't him.
It's actually Ice Magic is the name of a cocktail that he had in Goodmead. We were just discussing, because they're trying to mix things that the mead there hasn't been great recently. It's been like kind of mediocre mead, but it's not really on brand for them. So they're spanning out into kind of assorted spirits.
Yeah,
He's
and
carrying the cask.
I killed
Maybe
the wolf with it too.
Only
Yeah,
he
he could've-
cask. That would have been a convincing argument. But I'm going to ask Bellamy to give me a persuasion check for this one. As for you,
Help action.
Well,
I'm going to actually say that's a deception check on Manny's part. So they're two separate things entirely.
Yes, we only live once.
Okay, an 11. And what was your deception check?
If you're proficient in deception,
very
I
good at
swear
lying.
to God, Manny.
I'm actually not very good at lying.
I trusted you, Manny.
I'm even more horrible at lying.
I'm not a liar, so yeah.
This is a 16 though. Okay, hold up. Let me roll an insight check for Captain Imdra. Yeah, okay. They don't seem impressed by all this banter that's going back and forth, but they see that you're clearly well-equipped adventurers, and they don't just bark orders at you immediately. They say, "If you wouldn't mind, we would like to speak to you after the riffraff have cleared off."
Well, we wanted to speak to you as well, so I guess that's a lucky coincidence.
What a coincidence! Yeah.
Where can we meet?
We'll wait until everyone has dispersed. In fact, I think he's cooked enough. We can put him out. Put him out? No, he's still warm. Oh, please, my fingers are still numb. She rolls her eyes. All right, in that case, you lot, follow me. Come to the town hall. All right.
By her demeanor, can I tell if she has another purpose other than just talking to us? Like, is she being truthful in that she just wants to talk, or does she have ulterior motives?
You can roll an insight check.
I can indeed. Yep, I believe her. I trust this
She
woman
is-
with all of my body.
She's quite elderly, and her face is her expression is very kind of.
Most trustworthy person you've ever met.
She is like stoic and unable to read, but you can tell. I will say though, you can tell that she's got maybe sort of like a militant background with the way she's armored, and she has a sword by her belt. Whereas Speaker Wayland, he doesn't seem to be armed. He's just wearing his thick furs, but he is flanked by a number of other militia here.
So he's the mayor and she's the sheriff, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
I'll
Okay,
follow
there
her
are
to wherever
plenty-
she's pointing. Yeah.
And it doesn't need an inside check to see that there are many armed guards and soldiers here. So, and I'm talking about like dozens. This is a much
Manny
bigger
is like
community.
obnoxiously friendly to these armed guards.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll point it out to Stef. I'll say, hey, Steve, see all these guards here now? This is a really well-protected town. So anyone who might want to try something here would have to be pretty dumb, right?
Yeah, let's not get into any more trouble. And
I just want
face
them
them.
to show how I could make a snowman.
Yeah, get it? Completely get it, Steph? Let's.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
They're hunting wizards.
Wait, who's where right now? How many people went and who's with the goats? Is it just me with the goats?
Faith
mean,
was probably.
You've got the
probably
goats,
left you as
right? The goats got. Okay, cool.
well. The goats are with you. The goats went too far away.
We'll
you
go
know.
and fetch you as well. So if we're following Captain Imra, we're going as the whole group.
Right,
If you-
and
if
there's
you
also
wanna
just
come
there's just a natural magnetism that Manny brings. So if you leave the goats away for too long, they slowly start to hover over towards him anyway.
They are walking
and you
the
can't
path.
control that. All right, let's head to the East Haven
They're all back
Town
as a
hall.
group now.
A goat magnet.
Jail. The East Haven jail.
Right. Maybe.
Fiddler.
I need to drag your tokens out because you probably can't see anything, right?
You can just see the outside with the
Okay.
red circle. Yeah.
Okay, let me grab you one by one. Not that you need to see this anyway. It's just sort of for it's more theatre of the mind. All right, so you're in here. You're led into the town hall, and Captain Imdra steps up onto the podium-like area, and Speaker Wayland is also nearby.
I cannot see
And-
anything.
Yeah, I'm still dragging out many tokens.
Who?
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, so you can see there's the armed guards. There's plenty of militia. They step aside to make room. And there's 2 flanking the stairwell there. All right, and then there's 2 at the front. They say, all right, I'm going to need your names and your business here in East Haven. We have some strict customs and also some laws you should know about as well. So let's start with you, Mr. Cocktail Maker.
Oh, about that. You know what? People have taken to calling me Manny, and you may call it as well. Who do I have the privilege of addressing?
My name is Captain Imdra Arlagath. And
Arlagath.
I've been... Yep. And this is... And she doesn't introduce him for him. I'm Speaker Wayland. We don't get many travelers here now, but welcome. This is
yeah. Thank you.
East Haven. Watch
We-
thy pouches.
Is that your motto, or is that kind of like a new branding thing? Is that for to avoid tourism, or what's watch thy patches really?
He gestures towards a plaque on the wall that actually has it engraved as well.
Oh, you guys
It
need a new
means-
marketing team. Seriously.
It means that pickpocketing in this town is legal. So watch thy pouches.
Oh, it's
Or
legal.
else- Yes.
Well,
Does that
that's not
include
good.
you? Can I steal from you?
That's very
Can I try to
progressive.
pickpocket her right on the spot?
Well, you heard it.
I'll
You
hold
heard it,
Stef
Snort.
back. I will hold. Where is he? Where is that man?
What is
Stop.
generally what is the consequence of pickpocketing?
Well, we can't arrest someone for the pickpocketing, but there are still many consequences you can imagine.
Oh,
You get
so
caught.
with like kind of libertarian kind of, people deal with their own things kind of place.
Precisely. Yes.
All right, come here, Snorp. Right, it's allowed. If you get caught, right,
Yes.
just be careful. All right.
Your has sticky fingers.
Yeah, I know, but let's just be careful, right? If you have any troubles, just call me. Okay, so Waylon, really great to meet you. Sound like a great guy. You're looking great, by the way. Definitely not, definitely not look like you've been through a few tough days, or years. So these are my friends: Bellamy, Stef, Snorp, Faith, Roki.
Last names. He pulls out a like a clipboard basically, and actually has a long list of names on it. And he asks you for your surnames. Bellamy, who? Sorry.
Dixon, man.
Okay, and we have Roki.
Don't have one. Just Roki.
Wait a minute. That was an
That's good.
option.
We don't have too many. And Faith. Just Faith. Yes. Orphan. Yes. See. And is there anyone else in your company? Or is that it?
The distinguished
Snorp.
Snorp.
Ah, right, Snorp.
Yes. Snorpy Snurg.
Okay. All right. This is East Haven. We have some other rules you should be aware of. Every month, a lottery is drawn. Hence why your names are now entered into here.
Shit.
There happens to be one coming up relatively soon, within next 3 days. And if you're here in East Haven, then your name could be drawn. It's very unlikely. There are hundreds of people in East Haven, but
Is this a lottery I want to win?
No.
What prize?
there's an awkward silence and perhaps a shuffling from some of the guards nearby. No, it's how he appeased Oral.
Well,
Can we like
Oh.
not participate?
I think we're locked into it now.
That wouldn't appease Oral. We are protected by Oral.
No, don't say things like that. That's only gonna.
What?
No, he means like we we're protected from oral, not by oral. He means like because we avoid we tie our shoelaces backwards and we do all the rituals. Don't worry about it.
Manny, you're not wearing shoes.
Yeah, well, it's an expression. It's a figure of speech. So, Waylon, I've got a question. Has a speaker ever been selected in this lottery in the history of East Haven?
My name is entered. Yes.
And who
But
draws?
has a speaker ever been drawn? There's only one speaker in a town of hundreds, so chances are slim. And
Curious.
so no, I can't say there hasn't been one. There has not been one.
Yeah, okay.
Go on. Yeah.
Look, man, you look pretty busy, and we're here on. We need to do something. So, here's a question for you: did you hear any news or see any sight of a woman called
Yeah, it was
Myrtle? Myrtle?
yeah, Myrtle.
Voting Myrtle?
No, seriously, what was her name?
Marta.
Winby.
Winby. It's the Mert and the work. Yeah, easy mistake to make. Winby.
He looks through the names, like he's got a list in front of him, so he might as well checks it. We don't have a Winby, no.
But so she's missing from Good Mead, and we thought maybe someone here might have seen or heard something about that.
Missing. We've not had missing people, but we have had murders on our hands. Several, in fact. Not just the expedition that we found from that bloodthirsty red wizard, but also from another unknown source. Funny, because the bodies were found with a cold ice dagger in the back of their spine. And they turn to IU, Stef.
Oh no, I'm no good with daggers.
But you are good with cold ice magic, right?
Well, yeah, I'm a wizard.
Oh, he's a wicked good cook. Yeah, well,
I thought you were a fire dragon. Fire dragons are blue, right?
Yeah, I think that's you know what these.
Well,
you know,
I'm a lightning dragon. That's
which is a racial feature, and I'm sure that you are not a prejudiced people here at East Haven. Oh,
They step down from the podium and almost effectively corner you here, Stef. A wizard. And a good one at that, apparently. What a gift.
Well, no, I never said I'm a good wizard.
Well, your friends seem to vouch for you.
Oh, I just met those guys.
Cringe.
Kinda.
We have some questions for you, if you wouldn't mind. And he gestures towards the door behind you. Privately. Away from your murmuring, nattering friends here.
I kind of don't want to leave those guys.
Oh, you'll only be in this room here. It's my office.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That sounds like a bad idea.
I mean, she does not seem to give me a choice here, guys.
Try not to die.
Yeah, well, just fuck. Okay, Snorp.
Yeah, yes.
All right. that is just generally, this is a learning. This can be a learning experience. You turn negative into a positive. That's it. That what he just did was not a great idea. And we might have to whisper, get close to him, and say, we might have to find a way to bust him out. So just play it cool, and we'll figure out what's good. Bellamy, Roki. Guards, are we good to kind of bounce, right?
I didn't hear an order from Captain Imdra.
So no orders to keep her. Not, so I'm gonna head to the temple. I'm here to pray, so that you wouldn't stop a godly man in this path. I'm sure.
No, you're not under arrest. You're free to leave.
Wonderful. Guys, let's we're gonna have to have a discussion. And okay, yeah, we fucking.
What about the cook? We're not going to wait for him.
We'll come back. We'll swing by. When our friend comes out of that room, can you tell him to meet us at the temple of to what?
It's Terry or something. I don't know. Yeah, I knew that.
We're very hungry.
There.
Right.
Tell us to meet us at the temple. If not, we'll come back and pick him up ourselves. Y'all have yourselves a nice day.
It's not subtle in the slightest. You see 2 of the militia are following you.
Us, yeah. We are going to have to go to the temple.
Why are you
they don't
following?
look as fully. It's our patrol.
Yeah, hey, it's their patrol.
In fact, we'll take you to the temple ourselves.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'd be lost anyway.
Hold on. I want to see if they're bullshitting us or not. Give me a second. Never mind.
I mean, context clues.
They seem. Yeah, they seem.
For common sense.
They are obviously keeping an eye on you whilst you're within East Haven, but they aren't doing so perhaps maliciously. You can tell they are just simply following orders, and they are friendly enough to say, like, "We'll take you to the temple. We know the way."
Hey, Faith, are you coming with us, Faith?
Oh yes. I'm just concerned about. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey,
we're going to a new temple. You'll be able to get a new one of those. You like temples? Yeah, you like temples.
Yes, I've heard about the God of War, and it's amazing. And she just starts rattling off about how. I
love it. I'm just like listening, that really annoying active listening. We're like, oh yeah, really? Tell me more. Yeah, but she's loving it as well. So.
Brilliant. Okay, well, Stef, you're taken into a room and sat down on a chair. There is what is in this room? In fact, it's a administrative office, so it contains rows of desks and filing cabinets. There's a few overstuffed lounge chairs set aside for visitors, and you're put on one of these lounge chairs, so it's not the most uncomfortable. Now, Waylon looks to you, narrows his eyes sharply, and says, "You say you've just arrived. How long have you been in the Icewindale?"
How long have we been in the other town?
2 days. 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days. I'll say about 2 or 3 days.
Have you ever been to Icewindale before?
No, before this, I lived in my clan temple for all my life. Never left. Never seen the big wide world.
A temple to a god?
Yes, Typhon, the Lord of Storms.
Storm? Interesting. As you imagine, we have our own storm here in Icewindale. A different kind.
Ours wasn't quite as cold. Ours was more about lightning and destruction.
Yeah, it's more of a blizzard. Well, you seem to be telling the truth, but we do have an issue on our hands. An ice, cold-hearted murderer is on the loose.
Oh shit, what if we find the murderer?
You're not here.
You can't hear it.
You're not there.
Oh shit, he's doing the Stef, isn't
This
he?
is his special moment.
Sorry,
This is a little interview.
Always
That's alright. We had thought that perhaps it was a wizard behind this murder, but since we caught this wizard and had him in custody, another murder took place. This one in, I believe, Bremen. He checks some documents real quick. Flips through his little clipboard that he has. Nope, not Bremen. Captain, would you fetch me the map? I'd certainly speak away. It was Targos. And last month before that, it was Targos, Bryn Shander, and then East Haven. Right, yes, there seems to be sort of a pattern to these murders. These 3 towns are the ones where it took place last month. But you say you're new here, and you've never been here before, but do you know anything about ice magic? Anything that could conjure a blade or a sword?
Not really a sword or a blade. I'm still like a novice. Best I can do is cast a ray of frost.
You wouldn't have any idea what this could make. And he pulls out a sketch from a near, from perhaps like a scene of the crime sort of thing, and you see a body laid out in the snow, and sketched on the back of it is this sword comprised of ice, and it doesn't look jagged, doesn't look misshapen like someone carved out the ice, but rather completely smooth and pristine, almost like a perfect mold of a sword.
I mean, could I maybe do an Arcana check to see if that was like...
Yeah, absolutely.
I
That's why they're asking me.
recognize maybe the School of Magic?
This, you could imagine a spell that would be close to this, and with a 14 you would know of the Ice Knife spell. However, from the description of the sword out of it stuck in the back, it doesn't match the spell. Ice Knife is more of a volatile, explosive dagger, but this looks like a weapon forged device, which is a dichotomy in of itself.
And the sword was also around after the spellcaster was gone, right?
Exactly, yes.
So I, as a wizard, I would probably tell him that as much I know about conjured weapons, they usually vanish if they are too far away from their conjurer. I think that's how it works.
Yes. It seems to match other information we've gathered. So you don't have any ideas what the user is doing to... It seems like this is its calling card. All the other bodies have had this sword or ice stuck in them.
Well, I can tell you I've never met a human wizard that would be capable of creating such sword that stick around. Or like, well, a wizard from the civilized part of the world.
You are a wizard yourself, yes? You carry one of those books around with you?
I do have my prayer book.
May we see it?
Sure, I'll give them the prayer book that's written in Draconic from my...
Thank you for being so cooperative. And he pauses as he looks at the book and has no idea what it says. Perhaps one of the clerics of Tempest can help us. Stay here one moment. Okay, he wanders out over to the right-hand side door, and as he opens it, he calls out for one of the clerics. You catch a glance of what's in this room, however, as he beckons over one of them. In the center of this large hall, there are 4 posts, wooden beams that support this great hall. And in the center of the 4 beams is a statue. It seems to be comprised of some sort of black ice. But that isn't the most disturbing thing. It's almost like a kind of like demonic image that is depicted out of this ice. And it's like a cross between like a bull with wings and curved horns. But even more disturbing still is that there is a woman lashed to the front of it. She has white hair that seems to drape down, completely concealing her face, and it is soaking wet. You can see that there seems to be a puddle formed around on the floor where her hair is just dripping wet. She makes no motion, no movement. It's such a bizarre sight, but before long, the door is slammed shut as the Tempest Cleric is walked into the room. But I'll give you an image of this, because it is something to behold.
It's a statue, right? I heard that right.
It is a statue, but lashed to it looks like a real woman with pale skin. You couldn't craft a statue to look like that, that's for sure.
Oh, so it's like a really big fucking statue. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
In fact, I don't-
Before
I
they
just
come back, or
find you the-
give me the image, right?
Yeah, one sec.
Because
It's
I
sort of kind
have
of-
I have like a window before they come back, right?
Yes,
Brief
you do.
window.
Okay, here we go. I found it. This is what I described to you.
Let me see. Okay.
Faint torchlight, the only thing that illuminates this.
I don't know. Looks kind of like. Can I maybe get some insight about this with a religion check or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. Arcana, religion, your choice, your pick.
I'll go with religion. That seems.
Yeah. The DC was 20. How the fuck did you meet that? I was not expecting you to meet that.
Proficiency plus
Okay.
18 int. Nice.
Looks like the wizard was the best choice for this after all. Okay. You recognize this demonic figure. This is a demon known only in legend as Ertu.
Steve. Oh, okay.
Well,
No,
I would
Ertu,
probably kind of derive from that situation and the lottery thing that was going on that in this town there's probably a cult of demon worshippers kind of
That's
going
for
on
you.
there.
I mean, that's for you to figure it out. But I'll tell you a little. With
Yeah.
that 20, you know that Ertu was the legend surrounding him was that they were a Balor demon. We're talking like the Balrog, practically. And the legend has it that they terrorized Icewindale over a century ago. What on earth there's a statue of them here for, and whatever it's made of, you have no idea, but you know the legend of Ertu. Okay, so the cleric comes in, and after a while, they finish casting Comprehend Languages, and they look over your spellbook, and it's still in a cipher. I can't read this. Oh god. How long will this take? Well, I could always cast Stone of Truth if that's easier. Alright, yes. Let's get on with this. Alright. They cast another spell, and you feel a sort of a hum in the air. And, Steph, you need to roll me a charisma save.
Oh, that's gonna be horrible.
I mean,
Get a
you
20,
can always
get a
you'll
20,
probably
allow
get a
it.
20.
You can even allow it to go through if you're not resisting.
You can allow it, yeah.
I'll
That's
just
true.
allow it to go through.
Yep, that's fine, because you would have only had to make 10 more, because there's it's like at the start of your turn. Anyway, so, Steph, you are compelled to tell the truth, and they ask you more and more questions. Won't go over all of them because it's moot. They're trying to get to the bottom of something that you are not part of. But they do ask about your spell book, what spells you know, what you're capable of, if you really did arrive here. And after a while, they seem a bit like exhausted through not getting nothing from you, and like, right, all right, this is enough. Fine. I was really hoping we're onto something, but I suppose it would have been too easy for a wizard to just come in and announce that they use ice magic into. All right, look, you can leave. Just please don't cause any more trouble.
Before I go, I'd like to ask about the statue of Ertu back there and why there's a woman bound to it.
Who to?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Who?
That
our
statue of
statue.
Ertu. Yeah.
You know their name? What?
I
Not even our
studied
scholars had a clue who that was.
I studied religion at my temple and the arcane art.
He looks at the captain for a moment. And she looks back at Waylon. You know of this demonic figure.
I've
In that case,
I've heard the tales, yes.
she opens the door again and looks at it. We've had several of our militia guarding it. They say there's some demonic presence about it, some curse that it holds. A group of adventurers, they found it a while ago. They brought it out of the lake, Lac Dinnershire, just on the outside of our town. They used a telekinesis spell to bring it out of the water. This woman was still attached. She's dead, I'm sure of it, but she must have drowned. The weirdest thing is, though, that she continues to seep this salt water. Actually, it would be fresh. It would be fresh water, technically, from a lake. Whatever this is, it's some perhaps curse. No one's been brave enough to touch the thing, but
I mean, Captain, right? I'm talking about Captain. Would you like to
Yes.
maybe know more about this thing? I might be able to look into it deeper if there's any magic coming from it.
yes, you are more than well. Speaker Waylon, do we trust this man? He's told the truth up till now, and Tempest be damned if he was telling a lie. All right, you can look.
Can I do
Stef?
more than just look? I would like
He-
to cast detect magic on the thing or the woman.
Okay.
You can do it ritually if you want to keep your
Yes,
spell slots.
I can ritual cast detect.
They say, all right, but I would refrain from touching it if I was you.
I don't need to touch it to cast detect magic. It just needs to be within 30 feet of me.
You just need to see it
They-
within
I
20
need
feet.
to see it within 30 feet.
Yeah. I know you don't. He doesn't know that.
Oh, he doesn't know
But
that?
he-
Yeah, well,
no, he didn't.
I can assure you, good sir, I don't need touch to
The
maybe
Tempest
divinate.
vouches for you as well. All right. Just get on with it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just cast the spell. It's ritual cast, so it doesn't take up resources. Takes 10 minutes to cast, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd just like to cast detect magic on the thing. I don't know if there's a check coming with that or.
No, once you cast the spell,
Oh.
you are aware of any types of magic, be it conjuration, necromancy.
Sure.
And the like.
Do I gain any insight from doing that?
Okay. So, first of all, could you describe to me what your sensing of magic looks like? Do you see in traditional colors, like the auras of the?
Let's just
do you
see.
have
I see in I just see in like vibrant colors that might represent that specific school of magic or entity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. In that case, you would see. There is a black aura surrounding the woman who is tied to the statue. Black representing necromancy.
Mm-hmm. And you said she's like sweating salt water, right?
Well, it'd be fresh. Technically, it's a lake. But yeah, she's just constantly dripping wet. Like her hair is almost as if it's just been pulled fresh out of the lake. But apparently, according to them, they tell you that this was a while ago, and she still hasn't dried since. I would have expected the water to freeze by now, but that's not the case either. And lastly, the statue itself seems to be
tainted by some sort of magic as well. However, when you try to determine what school it is, you see a fractured, kaleidoscopic image of colors surrounding it. When you haven't got the spell active, it was just this dark, almost like onyx. You would almost akin to it like as if it was just black ice, but when you see it through the vision of detect magic, it's multitudes. Its potential is varied. Maybe evocation. Then there's suddenly a sort of a spark of transmutation. It's almost like a shattered mixture. Something's not right about it.
Know if you maybe heard where the adventurers got it from that brought it here?
They found it in Lackdinnershire, the lake just outside.
Inside of the lake, like at the bottom.
Sunk to the bottom, yes. A band of adventurers used telekinesis to raise it out of the depths. And then, a few months ago, it was hauled here to East Haven. They were looking and hoping for a reward.
Was that maybe around the same time the murders started?
Murders. The murder happened 1 month ago, and then within the last couple of days. But this figurehead was raised months ago. No, I don't see a connection.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what to make of this. There is clearly something cursed about this thing. There is necromancy at play here. I'll just tell them what I know about this. Because now, my character would not assume anything. My character is really bad with people and social cues because he grew up in a temple. He has no fucking clue what's going on.
Made even harder to describe what's really happening when you suddenly hear a sobbing from the woman.
So
and they seem to stop and like look at you strangely, like go on, you stopped. It's almost as if they don't hear it, only you do.
I don't know. Well, am I the only body hearing this? Have you never heard strange noises from the woman there that's drenched in necromancy?
The captain looks at you oddly. No, what? Hearing a what?
Well, like, I don't know if you have like any capable clerics or wizards in this town, but there is clearly some necromancy going on here. I can feel it in my bones.
Again, seems dangerous. Whatever it is, I'm sure this is some sort of desecrated object.
Is there any reason you kept it around? Why didn't you get it back to the lake?
Well, it's not caused any issues as it being here.
I mean, there's clearly something wrong with it, and you folk seem to like burn wizards, but you just keep like the necro witch chained up in the basement. That seems kind of odd.
They look at each other like disgruntled by your accusations. No one's had the courage to even touch it.
Am I maybe allowed to touch it? Because I want to know more about this thing.
You see, Captain Imdra shrugs. You seem to know more about it than any of us do. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see here. But I'm not completely stupid, because maybe something is dangerous here. I'd like to ritual cast Find Familiar.
Yeah.
And get myself a little helper that touches the thing.
Okay.
No, I want the monkey.
Give me the monkey. All right.
I want the chimp. I'll call him Abe.
All right, you summon a small little monkey, and I will get back to the others in a sec. But this is really interesting.
I just want to see what happens when that monkey touches it.
Yeah, we've got to see what happens. All right. The monkey is summoned.
First, before I do anything, I assure them that that's not a real animal, because they are clearly like kind of like backwin winter rednecks, whatever. They've never seen a wizard apparently. Do shit.
They've seen one. They've even burned
Yeah,
one.
they killed one. They're not educated. The education system very bad. Looks like everything's dismantled. Whatever. But I assure them that that's not a real animal, and if it dies, nothing really happens.
Perhaps you can tell me what about this monkey tips it off that it's not real. Just a quick thing: when you summon a familiar, you can choose celestial, fiend, or fey. So, for you, maybe it's celestial.
Oh, it's a fey. It's a fey. It's a monkey
okay.
with fairy wings.
Oh, there you go then.
Cute little pink.
That's adorable. It's got little pixie wings. Maybe they're not powerful enough to fly, but they're there, and they're like,
Yeah,
oh right,
they
yes.
just kind of give away that he's like, well,
gotcha.
a magical monkey called Ape. Well,
Okay,
I would like to use the monkey to touch the woman, I guess, like the salt water coming out from her hair. Nothing dirty, just the hair.
All right, okay, just the hair. So it reaches up tenuously, like looking back at you, looking back at this, reaching closer, and then grips onto the hair. And you again hear that sobbing once again, Stef. You see more tears run down and drop onto the floor. Now, I'm going to ask you to make a charisma saving throw for the monkey.
Good
That's
thing
So
you
Ape
touched
saving throw. There we go.
Roll a d20 and -2.
No, I have a -4 actually.
No,
No,
the
it's
monkey.
just for the monkey. Just
Oh.
the monkey.
I'll just roll it -4 and we add.
Okay, so what, 7?
It's a 7, yeah.
Okay.
Monkey's dead.
All right.
No, Ape.
The monkey looks confused at first. Its head sort of tilts back towards you, but then continues turning and turning and turning until it's reached an incredibly horrific angle where the monkey's head has fully rotated like 180 degrees and its eyes have rolled back into its sockets.
Well,
There's a
has nobody else ever touched this thing before? Because that seems fucking dangerous. There's clearly some weird shit going on here. Well, what's the reaction of the other two? Because they clearly just saw the monkey like getting internally decapitated.
completely speechless right now. Like as if they've just seen a ghost in front of them. And
Well,
they're freaked out, especially as like a little monkey with fairy wings looking like they're from The Grudge.
I first of all, I would like to assure them that that's not normal behavior, even not for magic monkeys. So there's clearly some curse thing going on here.
It's
I
at
would-
this point. Go on.
I would like maybe, gather the party here because maybe somebody else might know something about this.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yes,
It seems that might be the case. All right.
we are at an impasse. I'm not touching the thing. If anybody touches the thing, they seem to get their spine
Since
twisted.
we're transitioning back, guys, I gotta go because it's really late, so I can't
Yeah,
stay
that's
any
alright.
longer.
I think
So,
that's a good place to end it. Anyway, to be
Yeah.
honest, we're over
But
time. So
if you do something, good luck with the monkey.
The
Yeah,
monkey is
yeah.
dead and gone. I have no connection to that guy anymore.
no, it's not dead. Its head is just
dead.
twisted at a horrific angle, and its eyes are rolled back.
Oh,
I'll kill it next session if we need to, but I gotta go. So
All right, no
You guys
worries.
later.
Catch you
Yeah.
later.
bye.
So yeah, the monkey has simply, at this point, let go of the hair, and its body turns around to face you, and its eyes sort of like rattle around in its skull for a moment longer before just looking back at you and shaking its head in an odd kind of like jittery fashion. And it like twists it down to one angle can hear like bones popping inside of it.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
after a while, the monkey sort of like looks back up at you with this kind of shocked expressions, eyes wide, and it just stares at you.
Well, I do have a telepathic connection with the monkey, right? But the monkey is not really a sentient being, if it's a familiar, right?
Right.
So, do I have any insight of what happened to him? Because technically I'm inside his mind. He has one.
Okay. That is so bizarre. I'm gonna have to think about it for next session.
Okay.
Because
Okay, here's like the thing, because I'm not sure how I am to
Okay.
integrate mind familiar, because I am supposed to have a telepathic connection with him, right? So whatever
Yes.
goes on inside his minds, I should like be
Yep.
able to experience that myself, right?
You then in that case, if you open up the door into this creature's mind, you hear the sobbing as if it was right next to your ear. Just this constant.
Also, it's like a sad weeping, not like I'm gonna
Yeah.
curse your bloodline kind of weep. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Got it.
And also, you start to see the fur become wet,
Oh,
and it starts to drip.
well,
I think that is a good place to end it.
okay. My monkey,
because
the
that
monkey is stripped out. That's the place where we are.
Yeah, stripped out. Yeah, I think that's it. So we will end the stream and find out what happened to the poor monkey that whatever you just put ape through. I don't know, but everyone in the room.
I don't know
is
yet
completely
either. I'm
stunned.
about to find out next week, I guess.
Yeah, they're stunned silent
This
at
is
this
as
point. They have
surprising
no
to me
clue.
as to any of you guys.
Yeah, I suppose we're at the temple or something.
Yeah, we'll start back with the temple next session probably. Figure out what the fuck just happened.
Well,
But yeah,
am
there's
I
also-
glad that I used the monkey?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would be dripping now. That doesn't seem helpful in the cold.
All right, I'll sign off here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. See you all next week. Bye bye.